figure out
What can I do for you?
which
Affirmative.
Thank you. I've got another one.
part to anyway. So I might not take it. But there's not much else to take on like the general series. No, it branches out to other things too, but the limitation is the common. You don't get that common form.
We're checking my food. I'll be right back.
I was thinking about ordering something, and then you said they're in the oven. I was like, oh shit, you got to.
I mean, you can order something still. Because we're eating kind of early, so you know. So if you definitely want to order something for later, you can. Just really want hamburgers, huh?
Yes, Komaka. Giving them everything I've got.
Like 5 minutes and food will be done. Pretty sure 5 minutes. 4:40. Be good.
Commander?
Thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
Yes,
Your
I'll have
tater
more
tots?
for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sprinkle, huh? Are you sure you just want it sprinkled?
Heavily sprinkled.
Okay.
That's interesting. Limited. Yeah.
not much armor left in that location.
Gavanthas and Ralph.
Mission successful.
Yep.
Your foot tastes that good, lady? Hmm? Foot tastes that good?
Interesting. So I can get risky surgery right away. So
What?
I was asking lady for foot tastes good. She was licking her back foot,
Oh,
which was weird the way she was sitting and licking it.
gotcha.
Okay. And that's not even gonna cost me. So I might not take Field Medic as a background. There's another one that'll work for me. Okay. What's up? Back out, doctor.
Can I be a rogue this campaign?
Sure, go for it.
You're kind of silly.
Just keep your fingers out of my pocket. Unless you go a little to the left.
You don't even know what you're gonna be yet?
Yeah, I have an idea, but like, it's fairly well thought out, and I feel like that's just not who we are, you know.
Jared's like already built his level 20 character, dog.
I mean, Jared already have our characters through level 20.
Like, who are you referencing?
Yeah, I kind of want to know that myself.
But anyway, yeah, I like to play by ear because my character grows and develops with me.
Sure.
Well, you can still
I'm
do
also
that.
procrastinating.
This character is fairly thought out.
Yep, I got my background and everything for my character.
So by level 20, the skills that I'm going to be legendary in are going to be medicine and crafting, and then master in diplomacy. And mostly trained in just about everything else, almost.
What are we? Wait. Who are you? What class are you going, Jared?
Alchemist.
Alchemist.
What all do we have? We have an alchemist. We have.
I'm a ranger / magus archetype.
So I am going to be a healer type in general, but my research field is still going to be bomber just for some balance reasons.
Okay.
Eventually, by I think level 8, I'll be able to make 4 different types of bombs without having to use any alchemical reagents.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I'm still deciding between either a magus, a gunslinger, or just a straight wizard. Well, I guess I'll play whatever we don't.
Do you want to share out the Facebook post?
What?
You want to share out the Facebook post I just made?
What's more are you thinking about playing?
What?
Can you share the Facebook post I just made?
No longer Maury.
Yeah.
Leslie.
I made a Facebook post with my friends that play D&D, and you usually share it to
No
them.
longer a dwarf.
You know,
Well, we don't know.
why
that
you look
one.
at me like I'm crazy?
But what we do know is Ralph believes in science and doesn't believe in any gods.
Well, it's still saying
Or
posting.
magic.
I don't know what
Or
this
magic.
Facebook is doing.
There you go.
Taking forever.
I'm gonna fuck up your healing by going cleric.
That
thinking
would
about
actually
it.
fuck up some of
I'm
my
thinking
healing
about it.
because some of the stuff I'm taking gives you benefits if you haven't been healed by divine magic within the last 24 hours.
Yeah, it was that last campaign.
The anti-synergy.
I mean, you could go with like a war priest sort of thing.
You know what you're playing at all, Kieran, or you're just letting it rip?
I'm considering cleric at this moment in time because everybody else is playing
You two
other
have to
things, and I
share
think cleric
yeah.
would synergize.
Well, no, I'm going to be a healer. Unless you're not going to be a healer player.
What heals can you do outside of battle medic?
Oh,
Potions.
my elixir of life potion that I'm going to be making.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, he gets a skill where he can basically throw a potion at you and heal you.
I mean, if you have multiple heals throughout the fight, then yeah, that's probably fine.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
can use quick
Still
alchemy
says
to make
posting. What the hell is it doing?
a potion and then throw it at you to heal you.
Alright, well, apparently it
And
just
I'll
doesn't want to
eventually
post.
be able
It's
to
just
mix
saying
other
posting.
things into
What?
it.
Apparently it doesn't
want
wanna
to
post, it just wants to say
try to make
posting.
counteract checks against other effects in addition.
just then to clarify, how much damage are you planning on doing?
I'm also going to have bombs.
Yeah, that's my worry.
So far.
So, like, level 8 Godless Healing. With Battle Medicine, you recover an additional 5 hit points from a successful attempt to treat
Yeah,
wound
you do, not us.
That's. Hold on, it was the other one that was after that. Mortal healing. You grant greater healing when the gods don't interfere. When you roll a success to treat wounds for a creature that hasn't regained hit points from divine magic in the last 24 hours, you get a critical success on your check instead and restore the corresponding amount of hit points.
Is battle medicine once per day for everybody but him?
Continual recovery, which makes it once per hour.
Is it for you only though, or is it for the team? I can't remember like all the details.
That's treat wounds is every 10 minutes instead of every hour. Hold on, maybe it's robust recovery.
There is one that like I think it might be mortal healing, but there's one that like has a specific thing about battle medic because basically like you can only battle medic once per day for the most part, I think.
Are you sure? I thought battle medic by default was once per hour. No, that is once per day.
Yeah, it's once per day per person. So I mean, he can battle medic everybody once.
Yep.
But I can also throw potions at you to heal you in battle.
Yep.
I think we could use additional healing, but I don't really care.
All right.
You can never have too much healing.
I think Glenn begs to differ.
Yeah, you can have as little healing as you want.
Basically, imagine that you're hiring a party for what? So, Glenn, do you have a premise for how we're gonna get together here? Like, are we going off and taking a quest, or?
Yeah, 1 second. Trying to get this thing to post, but it's being dumb.
Completely honest.
Because basically, if it is something like you're hiring people, you know, you can hire me and I'll try to fill whatever spot I wanna, you know, that you're looking for.
Yeah.
There you go. It actually posted that time, sweetie. All right. So while I'm waiting for our food, I'll start a little bit. So I made this big document. Stayed up way too late last night working on it. But anyway, it's gonna be here, you know, for us, and my plan is to put the entire campaign up onto YouTube, and maybe people actually want to watch it, but we'll see. But the setting we're gonna be in is Golarion still, in the Inner Sea region. One day they might actually, you know, build out Old Arcadia and Tianzi and stuff like that. We could actually start in one of those places. That'd be cool. I think they actually said they might be working on Tianzian, or however the hell you say that continent's name.
Over the Pigus.
Yeah. Yep. It's the all-around Asian culture over there. But you'll be starting at and around the World Wound. Actually, I can do this. So.
Oh, here it is. Medic dedication at level 10, which I know is a bit far out. You become an expert in medicine when you succeed with battle medicine or tree wounds. The target regains 5 HP at DC 20, blah blah. Once per day, you can use battle medicine on a creature that's temporarily immune. If you're a master of medicine, you can do so once per hour.
Nice.
For battle medicine.
Boom.
All right. It should be showing my web pages here, right?
I'm gonna see.
In Discord?
Nope.
Is that showing up for you guys?
Yeah, we're good. It's
Okay.
just the map, alright?
Yeah, just the map. In just a moment. So we'll be starting, like I said, in the Sarcosis Scar, which is. Does my cursor show up? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Sarcosis Scar is up here. This is also called the World Wound. We'll be spending time. For sure, you'll be spending some time in like Numeria, the River Kingdoms, Mendev, and Brevoy, because those are, as you see, the Sarcosis Scar is here. The country of Mendev is right here. The country of Brevoy is right here. The area of Numeria is right here. And then here in the Broken Lands is the River Kingdom. So these are the most likely areas we'll be spending some time. I mean, definitely, you know, there's options to come over here to the realm of Mammoth Lorns, or even in the Eye of Dread if you really want, but the Eye of Dread is pretty fucked up right now and run by the crazy Lich guy.
I think we should take over the Broken Lands, guys.
You just want to play Pathfinder or Kingmaker? But yeah, and with that start, I'm going to go check on our food.
Ebooks just like that I pick out. Well, I'll at like level 13, we'll start doing max. That's like the one big thing about them.
Is that a Taylor I see? Hello? And he's gone. And he's back.
No mic though. Muffin tussle.
Muffin tussle!
Can you hear me?
There you are. Dun dun dun. What's up, buddy? You gonna jump in on this new campaign?
I am.
Oh shit, son!
Yeah.
We got a muffin tussle now.
Bees!
Let's see. So it looks like a couple people are already pretty decided.
Oh yeah. Me and Jared already built our characters out through level 20.
Nice.
I just have to find recipes along the way now.
I really didn't bring you a fork. I don't know if you need one.
What?
Or your,
I can figure it out. That's fine.
yeah, this fork.
I'm good. No.
Okay. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you much, man.
Okay. So, my goal as a GM in this campaign. So I envision this more like a sandbox campaign, where you guys as the players are going to decide what you're doing, where you're going, where you want to go, stuff like that. I have a plan on what the BBEG will be doing and the steps they will be taking. I'm not going to stop you if you deviate to take another path if it's something, even if it's something that's going to help or harm the BBG. I'm going to work to make sure there's enough like clues and rumors so you guys as players can search and have opportunities to find and thwart plans, but I'm not going to. There will be some railroading from time to time, especially at the very beginning, but I'm just going to try to literally put you in there and you guys do what you want to do. Okay?
So we're going to conquer the scar and then build a fort.
Yeah, we are gonna invest in the stock market.
Sure.
We're gonna start an insurance scam.
Like, isn't like a Oracle
It's gonna
class
start
that
with
can see the
NFT.
future?
That's what I was thinking.
I couldn't hear you, Karen. Sorry.
There's a class that can see the future, right?
Probably.
There's lots of classes of divination spell.
So you want to buy some NFTs?
So, yeah, we're trying to contact you because your horse's extended warranty is about to expire.
Yeah. We can put a company, but your horse is
Oh.
extended.
So the tone I envisioned in it.
We're here to repossess your castle. Yeah.
I think it's okay because I am looking for a new recipe for some glue, and I could actually use that horse.
Oh, you need a horse farm? Okay.
Well, glue factory.
Yeah. So the tone I envision is a mix of serious and comedic. I always put, funny situations and moments in there. But I do still expect it to be a semi-serious campaign. So, is there a mix or a way you guys sway in that direction for that?
Nah. I mean, I like serious.
I can sway in all sorts of directions.
I eat the purple berries. It tastes like burning.
Yeah.
I think
Jared's going to take care of more of our comedic stuff, I think.
I was gonna say, I enjoyed last campaign. Like the story largely was serious, but we as players have room to be comedic, so I enjoy that sort of.
Agreed.
Okay.
Tomfoolery may be involved, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, we're, players can't always be serious.
I heard my name. What the fuck, Nathan?
Oh,
Okay. So magic level. Galarian itself is a high magic setting. So I'm not setting a standard
I
on
don't
magic.
believe in magic. I believe in science.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You're an inventor. And as we talked about before, I'm not going to hand out as many magic items as I did last campaign. Instead, I'm going to focus more on like formulas, crafting recipes, stuff like that can be obtained in various ways.
Because they're not magic items, there's always a scientific reason behind why it does what it does, damn it.
Except some of them you actually have to cast spells into them.
Hold on. There is at level 18, I'm going to be taking Craft Anything, which will not require me to provide things like having Ancestry or providing spells.
There you go. You got ways around it.
Yes.
that being said, though, before that, so I know you're planning on going legendary and crafting, Jared, but you're not going to be a spellcaster. I am planning on being a spellcaster, so it would probably benefit us to have 2 legendary crafters, right?
I am taking Magical Crafting at level 3.
Oh, okay. And I guess we can assist in the crafting by casting the spell.
I'm technically a spellcaster, but not till after level 4.
So, Glenn, I'm curious what you think about the idea of if I use a sling, will you let me use my bombs as ammunition in that sling?
I don't see why not.
Mainly for the range difference over anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, question 2 to add on to that. If I take, because I'm planning on taking Quick Bomber at level 1, will you let that be a load and strike with the one action with the sling, or not?
If you're investing feats, I'm more than likely not going to stop you from using it.
Okay. So we'll use Quick Bomber and a sling to give my bomb the range of 50 feet there, and that'll let me...
Yeah, the only caveat I would add to that is your potency runes will work, +1, +2, +3, but striking runes are not going to work throwing your bombs.
Oh, no, I would not expect any damage to be done unless I use regular ammunition with the sling. Otherwise, it's just a normal effect, yes.
Yeah, no.
Sweet, I am down. That's going to change a few things.
So, with the items, most common items are going to be available. I'm going to, like I said before, going to do my best to actually have a spreadsheet where I stock stores and stuff. But getting common items is more than likely going to be nothing more than some time. You know what I mean? Oh, this place doesn't have it. Let's go to City B, see if they have it. That type of thing. You know what I mean? It's in the world.
Fine. That's fine.
Now, uncommon items. I'm saying items, but I just mean in general common. That means feats, spells, everything. Uncommon access is going to be more roleplay or background and character growth. And we talked about it a little at the end of last session with Jared, where it's like, so he has the fungal armor with Celeste, and that's something that would be really good for his alchemist. So as long as he's spending time like researching, I've heard of this armor. Every time we go into town, I'm asking other alchemists, or I'm asking shop owners, or I'm, what I mean? He's spending time in research during the time. When it comes time for that to be available, it's not like it's guaranteed to happen, but it's something he's working towards as a character and character growth. So that'll open opportunities to actually find that, or at least find a recipe for it and make it at that point. So that's the way I envision uncommon stuff.
That works for me.
It's not everywhere. If you're working towards it, you're researching something based on it, it's going to help it become more accessible. And then rare stuff. spells and feats and stuff like that. That stuff that's, the way I kind of wrote this example down is you guys are in, Brevoy, and there's a wandering mage that, sells wares or whatnot. He has a rare spell scroll with him. If you don't have the money to buy that, and he leaves, you may never see that spell again in the rest of your career.
What if we kill him?
I mean, that's up to you. But I'm just saying, as an example, you know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
So
What if
yeah,
we
a
ask
rare
him to
pops up
copy
and
it?
you don't buy it or acquire it, let's say, it might not ever be seen again. But as an additional to that, the most common way to find rare stuff would be like, unexplored dungeons and tombs and stuff like that. I'm going to try to make sure when you guys take these delves, these dangerous delves, at the bottom you're going to find like a rare something. You know what I mean? If nobody's been there before, there's something rare there, because otherwise, why are these things guarding it? But it won't like be before where you're going to find like 4 rare things. You might find 1. And I'm going to set what it is. It might not even be useful to you guys, but there it is. Yep.
Hello.
Jared, you're cross into Inventor, right? Alchemist Inventor?
I'm taking Inventor at level 12.
Okay, and
The problem
DJ
with
is Magus Ranger.
is that you can only invent common recipes. You cannot invent uncommon recipes for the bourbon.
Yep. So my character it's a lawful good elf with Asmar blood that had his hometown wrecked by demons. So he's very anti-demon / devil and kind of dedicated himself to hunting those down.
And because the one rare thing I'm taking at level 1 is going to be vaccine, I'm investigating a way to turn these devils and demons back into humans using a vaccine, assuming that it is some sort of disease or plague.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Hey Glenn, so Ranger has this feat called Side by Side. You and your animal companion fight in tandem, distracting your foes, keeping them off balance. Whenever you and your animal companion are adjacent to the same foe, you are both flanking with each other regardless of your position. Does that include with reach? So like if I was standing...
Yeah, I'd say it includes your reach, yeah. Okay. So as far as retraining goes, I want to get better at like role-playing some NPCs, so there might be some instances if you're trying to retrain some skills or feats that I might try to take the NPC that you're hiring or whatnot, and try to roll with it a little bit. If I don't, I mean, just feel free to initiate it if you feel like that's something that deserves a little time in the spotlight or whatnot, and I'll do my best with it. So themes. I am not going to roleplay romance. That's not to say you can't romance an NPC or whatnot, but that would more be along the lines of, some very
wanted to seduce you.
Yeah, some very simple roleplay where you're like, hey, I want to, I like this barmaid, whatnot, and you initiate a conversation. We'll just roll the conversation. We won't roleplay it. Just roll it, and then it'll end with you guys go upstairs. That type of thing.
Or get slapped in the face.
Yeah,
play
something like that.
Monopoly.
Something like that. We just fade to black, right? Same thing with like torture. I mean, torture does happen. It's not something I want to roleplay out. I'll just end it with, and they were tortured, or something like that.
Okay.
I'm sure there's other things. I'm gonna stay away from like, rape, some other sensitive subjects like that. That's just not something that I want to really bring up in the game. I know it does happen. It's a fantasy world, but I mean that's how a lot of half elves, half orcs are made, whatnot. But we could just kind of leave that how it is.
Fair.
As far as real life, since we are streaming every episode and I'm planning to put them all on YouTube, I just want to keep like religion, politics, other, subjects that typically.
Should we clean up our filthy mouths?
No, I don't care about that.
Okay, because I say fuck a lot.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which is a problem.
I don't care about language.
No,
It's just
cursing
those.
is fine.
Yeah, it's just those volatile subjects that really push some people way over the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you say Joe Biden's name, and all of a sudden they're just like, "Fuck you!" Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, it's just. You know what I mean?
Wait, that's my character's name.
Right now, that is not picking a god here. That is going completely godless.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, religion in the game is fine, but like, you know what I mean? Real life religious topics, real life political topics. I just don't want to start that shitstorm because it's the internet. You know what I mean?
Well, someone said something that one person didn't like, and so another person got upset, and it's Trevor's axiom.
Okay.
Cut that.
I'm about halfway through my list, guys. So as far as notes, I'm going to be keeping my own. I encourage you guys to keep some as well, but that's completely up to you. I'm going to do my best to have, cryptic hints and riddles that you might stumble upon from time to time. I will not know the name of every NPC or the name of every book in the world. She flipped me off. But I will attempt to create what is needed at the time. So, if you want to know the name of a book, I will definitely create it if I don't know it, if I have it written down. And after my great note disaster of 2021, I've switched over to OneNote. So now I can easily jot down and keep notes for myself and not lose them.
Very nice.
So yeah, if you want an NPC's name, I will jot it down. And I will start creating small little backstories for them, and who knows? Maybe they'll be the one that turns on you if you use the deck of many things this time. So getting closer to characters now. So for backstory quests, I want to give each of you your own time in the spotlight with backstory quests. I just want to know, what everybody wants. Does everybody want just a small story to wrap something up in their backstory? Do you want something larger and more involved, like ended up with Mori and Gazard with the Rune Lords, or something kind of in between that? What's everybody's feelings there?
I'm gonna stab Asmodeus in the face.
Okay, so larger and more involved? Even though Asmodeus has nothing to do with this?
I want a bicycle and a teddy bear and a better future for all of the Broken Lands.
Okay. But yeah, everybody just kind of put where they feel in backstory. You want something, like I said, more involved.
I want to start off by trying to find a lost dog, and then by the end, I will want to fight God.
Okay.
Or a god.
So you're wanting some involvement with your backstory, some pretty good involvement in your backstory, right?
I'm up to
my bad. I mean, so I guess I'll tell you. I've already told you my backstory for my character, but I'll say it again. Essentially, so I'm going an evil champion, and I originally was just a gladiator, and as my prize, I was supposed to be bestowed incredible power, but instead it really messed me up, and I became a flesh warp creature, and now I would like to try and seek revenge for.
Okay.
Are you gross looking?
Okay, so that's a good amount of involvement we'll need with your backstory. Okay, that's good.
Okay, well, when I meet you, I'm gonna want to heal your affliction.
I mean, there you go. You can just add me to one of your tasks. Do your best.
There's a vaccine for what you have. I'm gonna research it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So it sounded like Jared's gonna be fairly well involved, at least that you wanna cure stuff. You wanna be the scientist. So it's not. Correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm hearing here with you, Jared, is you want to be not like a main character of your backstory coming in, but a persistent character who's always trying to figure something out and cure something from a scientific point.
So, are you familiar with the Lore Master dedication?
No, not off the top of my head.
Okay, so this is going to be very important because I'm going to be recalling knowledge a lot on pretty much everything. You've compiled a vast repository of information that touches on nearly every subject. You are trained in Lore Master Lore, a special lore skill that can be used only to recall knowledge but on any topic. If you have legendary proficiency in a skill used to decipher writing, you gain expert proficiency in Lore Master Lore, but you can increase your proficiency in Lore Master Lore by any other means. You can take feats in Lore Master's additional feats entry if you don't meet the Enigma Muse prerequisite. If you have Bardic, which I don't. But basically, I could pretty much use any lore skill using Lore Master Lore for the role as a trained level.
Okay. Interesting. Is that a archetype?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay. DJ,
Yeah.
how are you feeling with your involvement for backstory?
Well, so being lawful good, obviously he's not out to, he wants to do the typical help people, wipe out evil, stuff like that, but he has a particular drive of vengeance towards demons.
Excuse me.
And he wants to get down to, behind the finding out who launched the attack on his hometown and wiped it out.
If you're a full-blooded elf?
Elf half.
With celestial blood. Okay, with celestial.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So pretty much full-blooded elf with celestial in your heritage.
Yep.
Okay. Little hint. It was probably Tree Razor.
well, I will run to my death going after Tree Razor.
That's Keonan was destroyed or taken over by Tree Razor, and they've spent years afterwards taking it back from him. So the elves don't like Tree Razor.
Is someone else possibly looking to do the diplomacy stuff? Because I realized why I originally chose bringing society up was because that has decipher writing, and that could bring my Lore Master Lore skill up. Is anyone else looking at diplomacy as like a primary skill?
I am.
I have intimidation as my primary skill, but not diplomacy.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got intimidation as one of mine too.
So I'm gonna get rid of Squawk then if I'm not gonna be doing any of that.
Sadie's doing diplomacy. She said, I don't know if you heard her. More.
Yeah, I'm doing diplomacy.
Okay.
My background is a teacher, so.
Then yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Squawk. Unfortunately, it was gonna be fun, but I'm not gonna need it.
Squawk is so fun.
I know, but if I'm not gonna be doing diplomacy or intimidation or deception at all, it's gonna be kind of.
Okay. Then we got still have Zeke, Kieran, and Leslie on the backstory involvement.
I'll go. So
No mine.
I'm still deciding on a class, and I have another question about that later. But I'm thinking of being an automaton.
Mhm.
Now, automatons in the lore, it's not like 100%, but a lot of automatons are souls of people who died in the past and they have no memories of their former life.
Okay.
So I was thinking of doing that. Let me ask you this: is the offer for an extra rare option at character creation if you take the amnesiac thing still on the table?
Yep.
Okay. So if I do that, I was thinking of doing an automaton wizard with the Rune Lord class specialization. And taking Wrath and Evocation, but that's a different story. So now, like, how far after our previous campaign is this?
This is. So it'd only be a few years after.
Okay, but long enough that, like, I guess no one would know that the Rune Lords are dead, but...
Yeah, no one knows, because it was all happened in his city, yeah.
Okay. But as someone who's come back from the... I don't think they call it the Dream Sleeve in this, but I might want to, reclaim my power as a former Rune Lord or some such.
Okay.
And if I'm a Magus, I'm just someone who died in a past life. I haven't quite fleshed that backstory out as much, so...
Okay.
Something significant that will require buy-in from you, basically, is what I've got.
Yep. I'm in with it.
Okay.
Okay. But more. Yeah, I mean, I keep saying Maury. Dang it. Yeah, I know what your backstory is. I just want to know.
I changed my name.
Oh, Sadie. There you go. Sadie. I mean, it's gonna be hard not to say your guys' old names. We've been saying them for a couple of years. I know your backstory. I just want to know how much emphasis and involvement you want me to put it in the story. Like, do you want
I think it's gonna be a lot of involvement because I have someone who basically has a bounty on my head.
Yeah. But it could just be something as
Someone
small
who loves to
as
kill me.
Yeah, I'm saying it could be someone just as small as just taking care of him and that's it, or it could be some larger, more intricate plot you don't know of, and just taking care of him is just the beginning of it. You know what I mean? Like, how you feel about that?
I think he's gonna send out like the whole team to try to kill me first.
Okay.
So there's gonna be like multiple people.
Okay.
All my old coworkers.
Gotcha. Okay. And Kieran?
And then finally
Oh, sorry.
him.
We're
Okay, so
starting
kind of
in
like
the scar?
ramping up with yours. Yeah, we're starting. You're going to be starting in the Sarcosa Scar itself.
Okay. What are the stuff that's in the scar that we should...
Demons.
Demons, okay.
Since you were, who hasn't made a character yet, or finalized a character? Is it just you, Kieran, or?
No, that'd be me too.
Taylor.
I still got some more. Yeah, I guess Taylor as well.
Oh, Taylor's here. Hey, you playing with us, Taylor?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to say anything.
Nobody told me. I'm so happy.
He couldn't see that part of his screen, so he didn't know he was here.
What kind of physical melee are you thinking, Taylor?
Didn't you put in Strix Cleric, Taylor?
That's Mori. That's
Sadie.
Sadie.
Mori.
Yeah, Sadie's a Strix Cleric, yeah. Well, here, if it'll help you out, let me read the beginning for you. So, where'd my notes go on that part?
There we go. So at level 19, I'll get.
Sorry, guys. My brother came over, so I was saying hi to him. Sorry if I wasn't trying to ignore anybody.
No, I'm happy you're here. That's fine. So basically, the way the story's starting, and I'm going to save my whole cinematic beginning to it. The name of the campaign is going to be The Warriors of Light. I know there's a bunch of Final Fantasy fans in here.
Yep.
This is not going to be Final Fantasy. There's a lot of stuff that I've used inspired from Final Fantasy. Obviously, the name of the Warriors of Light. There's going to be names of groups. Like, you'll come across, like Sid is going to be one of the main, like the quartermaster that you work with at the beginning. He's going to be the guy that's selling you goods and creating stuff, you know. There's going to be, let me find them. There's going to be a group called the Red Wings. There's going to be a group called the Espers. There's going to be a group called Shinra. These are all inspired from Final Fantasy, but if you come in thinking you know what this is because you know Final Fantasy, you're gonna be like going in the complete wrong direction.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, you're gonna have a bad time. But the basic beginning of this is you guys, like I said, start off in the Sarcosa Scar, and what the Sarcosa Scar is when the god Eridan died, his death rippled across all of Golarion, and particularly in this scar here. Let me see if I can get a better picture for you guys. It doesn't give me a picture, but this is the world wound itself. Basically, the world kind of ripped apart, and a demon named Draskari invaded this area called the Sarcosa Scar, and there was a permanent portal open to the plains of hell there. And Draskari basically was trying to take over the entire world. Mendev sent out these things called the Crusades. It took him 5 separate crusades to finally beat him. The game that's out on PC and consoles right now, called Wrath of the Righteous, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, is the story about the Sarcosa Scar and the World Wound. In that game, you have to make your way and beat Draskari. It was one of the adventure paths from Pathfinder. But that's where we'll be starting. There's still, like, it's been closed, Draskari's been beaten, but, you know, a portal to hell was there, to the Abyss was there for, like, 20 years or something like that. So there's just demons fucking everywhere, right? They're still out there. So, basically, the concept of the campaign start is you're joining this group that calls themselves the Warriors of Light. They operate in the World Wound, and their cause is to rid the World Wound of all demons. So that's where you guys are going to basically be starting out, where a guy's telling you the story of the Warriors of Light and how they've, you know, been fighting and defeating demons, and then to join them, you have to go out and defeat a demon and bring back proof that you did so. So that's going to be your guys' very start, where you guys first. I don't know if it's where you guys are all going to first meet each other, but it's at least going to be where some of you guys meet for the first time. Is there?
We kill a diva.
And also, this is my favorite map of Galarian ever made.
Zoom in for a second.
Which spot?
Oh, it's messed up. Fantasy Transylvania. I like it.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
that. Demon Wasteland. Fuck Demon.
Cheliax is the devil fascist empire.
Camelot, but shitty.
Yeah. Camelot, but shitty is Taldor. Yep.
Wow.
It's great.
Persia?
Yeah.
Literally Egypt.
Yeah. That's where you guys were. Is literally Egypt, because that's where Catafesh was.
I bless the rains down in Africa.
Yep. The Mwangi jungle. Yep. It's
Wizard
Colonist, yeah.
Steampunk.
Yeah, it's great. So,
Wow.
so Taylor, I know you haven't made a character yet. Do you have a feeling on how you want to be, like we were just saying, like backstory involvement? Do you want something small? Do you want something like larger, like some of them have, or do you want something just kind of in the middle where you're in and out a little bit? Oh, did we lose him?
Gone forever. Taylor, come back.
Taylor, come back. Oh yeah, we'll come back to him. So I think Kieran, I didn't get yours in there.
Yeah. General idea would be my parents had some motivation to go out in this wasteland. They didn't come back.
Dead parents again, huh?
They're not
Are you
dead.
an orphan
They're-
again?
How dare you? They're alive. That's why I'm going to go get them. I think I'm leaning towards sorcerer right now.
Well, my parents are
Okay.
dead.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
well, wait. What did you say?
I was going to ask, what kind of sorcerer are you going to be? Because if
Well,
the subclass I'm picking does not allow me any conjuration or, I believe, illusion spells? Or maybe it's the enchantment. But either way, we won't have any teleportation at later levels
that's probably fine, right?
to do.
You guys don't need to teleport ever.
I can get teleportation at level 20.
Okay.
Level 20.
I don't know about the type of sorcerer. Probably the one that does like burning things.
Would be arcane, either arcane or primal.
Okay, well, yeah, if you're arcane, you'll get... Primal probably has a teleport too, right?
I think they have like the tree teleport.
Is Harry Potter arcane? We'll go.
Yeah, Harry Potter is arcane. Yes.
Okay. We'll probably do something like that then.
Primal is more nature magic. Arcane is more Harry Potter magic.
And they're like scientists, but I don't know what scientists would be in this world.
Me.
Yeah, inventors. Yeah, and
Okay.
alchemists.
There's potential. Like, what kind of? You're a bird though.
Yes.
Oh god. He doesn't speak English.
He speaks common.
Oh good.
Bird.
Yeah, we have two
Oh my
bird
God.
races because she's a
Get
Strix.
out of here, bird.
So
So keep in mind, languages are the same restriction for starting out.
Yep.
Blah blah blah.
yep.
Yeah, I've taken Common, Dwarven, Elven, Gnomish, Halfling, and Tengu, which is uncommon, but I'm a Tengu, so that's like...
Exactly. Yeah, if it gives it to you for being that ancestry, then you get it. There's no restriction yet.
No, I didn't pick my languages yet.
Okay. Did Taylor come back?
Oh, that might have been him.
I don't know. Did we lose him? I don't know if he's having problems or something.
I think he was talking to his brother.
Okay. Yeah, he's probably talking to his brother still. Okay, we'll come back to him. So characters. Does anybody plan to know anybody at the beginning?
I mean, that is kind of up in the air. There's a few ways I can do that with knowing someone. Okay, so Godless Healing.
Because for me, to start session 1, I need to know because I can just literally do something where you guys show up, there's the speech there, all the other groups go off, and then they're just like, you fuckers that are left, you're a team now. You know what I mean? Or some of you can know each other and you guys talk a little bit when you get there and you're like, oh, we're gonna be a team. So
Yeah. Jared's bird. Would you have known my parents before they went in the wasteland?
Have we been ourselves?
No.
You guys are just talking.
I don't think I'd know anybody because I'm basically going straight to the source of demons after all the shit that happened in my background.
So for you, DJ, it could just be like, you guys look strong. I'm gonna join you. Help me kill
Yeah,
demons.
exactly. Like I show up ready to kill demons, and I just they could be the team that needs one more, and I'll be like, okay, I'll join you.
I quick question. Hell Knights don't like demons, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm.
Yeah, Hell Knights are ruled by Asmodeus, who is a devil. Devils and demons are mortal enemies.
Okay, so DJ and I at least have that synergy going for us. I think for me, I probably reached out to Jared in passing of like a, with the whole flesh warp thing, and Jared trying to find a vaccine or a cure.
Okay. So you at least have passing knowledge of him, so when you're there, you could be like, oh, hey, you again. Hey, we're doing this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I have a level 1 minor vaccine formula already.
There we go.
It may or may not.
Okay.
We'll see. But that's my rare take. Is vaccine is a rare what do we call it? Formula.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Well,
So-
before you start going, I plan on being a tin can that whatever your organization, I don't know, dug out of whatever crypt or just somewhere that you found, and I'm just sort of there.
Okay. You don't think you knew any, like, just like latched onto something and just traveled with them or something?
Pretty much.
Okay.
They
He is
found me
amnesia.
a team.
Okay. Okay. So we obviously have some alignment opposement here. So I just want to make sure everybody will have a way to DJ's lawful good.
Lawful neutral here.
Your lawful neutral. Who is on the evil side of things?
Me, I'm neutral evil.
Okay.
I plan on being somewhere between lawful evil and lawful neutral.
Okay. Just want to make sure that the party's going to be able to work together with the opposing alignments we have. I know we had some opposing ones last time.
For me, when I say like evil, I mean more in the sense of like evil as self-centered rather than selfless.
Yeah.
So not
There's no chaotic evils, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're chaotic evil?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you explained Sadie and I didn't get chaotic out of that.
A chaotic evil cleric?
Could it be more like lawful evil or
Probably
something?
lawful evil, yeah.
Okay.
Or neutral.
Other than the deity, right?
Because
That's
chaotic
the
is you're just evil for no reason whatsoever. You're just evil to be evil.
Yeah.
Lawful you're
God,
you're still
that's
following
so-
a
that's
code,
rude.
and so lawful evil is the the boss that believes they're not doing anything wrong. They're the good guys. You know what I mean? So that's more lawful evil, right? They're still following a code of conduct and a code of rules. The outsider looks at it and goes, they're fucking evil. They're taking over the world. But them, they're like, I'm bringing together everybody in the name of peace.
The point
Is that when everybody meets me, I'm evil to begin
Yeah.
with.
And neutral evil would be more just, it's you're there for you. You'll do what it takes to keep you alive. It's your code, your conduct. You know.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Neutral evil. Okay.
Okay. And then along the same line, so PvP, do you guys want? Are you guys gonna have actual fighting within the group if you guys find out alignments, stealing from each other, anything like that? Or are you gonna kind of keep things more civil between each other? Like you guys know, you'll have your own codes and
Do we have any lawful
rules.
good?
DJ.
Oh no, I'll be neutral good, but
I'm down to keep it civil between DJ, considering we both hate demons, and
I think demons required by law to kill you.
I'm down to help him. But if shit gets bad, I will be taking care of myself first.
Well, and as a lawful good, it's not that I'm out to eradicate all evil, right? It's my thing is I'm out to eradicate supernatural evil like demons, devils, undead, shit like that. Mostly demons. That's where the vengeance mainly lies. But
Well, I agree with the demon.
if I'm with evil characters, we may just not get along. We won't see eye to eye. But I'm not gonna want to pick up my sword and hack your head off.
Fair enough.
Okay. But that's what I was going for. If you guys actually think you would actually have some fighting within the party, it makes
Yeah.
it easier if you don't. But
Right,
I
I
can
think-
work with it if you do.
I think we should avoid any sort of PvP confrontation stuff through the campaign.
Yeah, you guys could not agree with each other and, you know, call each other names or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there could be unrest in the group, but not actual fighing.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna behead you and make you roll a new character.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go down the list here. I'm gonna put this on each page of my notes. So, I've got all notes. Okay, so Sadie, you're a Strix cleric, right? Background was teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, and if anything, like if Sadie's an evil cleric, my character might say something like along the lines of "Keep your dirty deities magic away from me" or something.
Yeah.
I don't know things about Strix, but this is a weird teacher.
And then the basic backstory is you had a mentor that was working with you, and now you're on the run from him and hiding from him. Is your quick, easy the elevator story backstory, right?
Yep.
All right. Were you planning on taking a free archetype? And if so, do you know what that is? That would happen at level 2.
No.
You don't know what it is yet?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Yet. Yeah.
Yes, but don't know. Okay.
Are we only limited to one archetype? Because it looked like
Nope.
as... Okay, cool. Because I did have 2 archetypes that I'm taking along the way.
Yeah, we're just following like it's as written. You have to take like 3 feet from an archetype
Correct.
before you can
Yeah,
find your
yeah,
name.
Yep. All right. So
I want to double check something, Glenn. So, with my background, right, with this Magus supernatural bounty hunter that basically kind of finished bringing me up, I want to take a lore called like Hell lore that would help me, with checks on like demons, devils, stuff, anything related to hell.
okay. Yeah. So if you want, you can just replace one of the lores they give you with Hell lore. I'd be okay with that.
'Cause there's another way I could do my build here. If I change up from field medic to back alley doctor, I can specifically get underworld lore.
Okay.
Okay. So Jared, you're a Tengu alchemist, right? What's your character's name?
Wow, and where's that Durgar Brow like under
But remember, I have lore masters that I can do lore recall knowledge checks on anything.
or is that just undead? Oh, that's true.
Jared, what was your character's name? I can't. It truncates. Ralph.
Ralph.
You said Ralph, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you're an alchemist. What was your background?
If I don't change it right now, it's field medic.
Okay. If you change it, that's fine. This is just my initial notes. And then,
you
what
know-
was your elevator story backstory? Just the quick 1 minute version of it,
So basically, I'm a jinxed Tengu who doesn't believe in the gods because I've been jinxed by the gods. So I have left my very devout village, or whatever you want to call it, my people, in search of scientific knowledge.
Proves that science proves everything.
Right.
Okay. Good enough. And what was your first archetype you were planning on taking?
That's going to be the lore master dedication, and then with the like level 4, level 6, that's going to give you lore master's attitude and quick study, and then assured knowledge at level 8, and then at level 10, I take medic dedication to start getting other things, doctor's visitation, enigma's knowledge.
So you're gonna go lore master to medic to inventor, basically, is what you were thinking?
No, inventor is a level 11 class or skill feat.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. And you're not a caster, so there's no casting archetype for you, right?
So I am taking one thing called Storm's Lash as an ancestry feat, which gives me access to the electric arc cantrip.
Yep.
But I'm going to explain that as I'm making static electricity on my feathers, and then I say zap it in the right way to create the static shock going out.
Okay.
Because I don't believe in
Wait.
that.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Got yours. Kieran, do you have a name yet for your character?
No, but I was thinking, I mean, this would be really easy to have, like, you know, like a really powerful demon who killed both my parents, left like a cloud-shaped scar on my cheek, and I grew up with this danger.
Okay. What am I missing with the cloud-shaped scar on the cheek?
Oh, it's a lightning bolt scar on my forehead.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. So you want to go with that as for your background, like parents killed by demon, have a scar from it, type thing?
Nah.
No.
But
Okay.
I mean, basically, they're same idea. They went out there, and I had a well-adjusted childhood. Okay.
So basically, your parents are missing somewhere in the Sarcosa scar.
Yeah, looking for family.
Just so you know, Glenn, my research field is going to be the bomber. Like I said, for some balance purposes, I'd rather have the extra perpetual bombs than the perpetual antidote and anti-plague.
Okay.
So I'm not taking the Churagon. I am going to do the bomber.
Okay, cool. She turned me into a newt. Yeah. Do you have any idea on ancestry or class that you're going to be going for, or no?
Probably human.
Yeoman.
Okay, so yours is a work in progress still.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nathan, what's your character's name?
My character's name is Zielrupt. Zielrupt.
Zealrupt, okay. And what's your main ancestry?
Fleshwarp.
Fleshwarp should be the heritage, or is that the heritage, or is that the ancestry?
That's the ancestry.
Starting at level 6.
Heritage is a mutated Fleshwarp.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're a flesh. Okay.
Make double batches of like elixirs.
For some reason, I thought Fleshwarp was one of those flexible ones, but it's its own. Okay. And you are a champion.
I am a champion. Yep.
And which form of champion are you?
Like crafting, they won't expire.
Like anti-paladin. Can't remember the other ones because you're evil.
Champion's Code?
Yeah, your code.
Tenets of Evil.
Well, no, but so the one you chose was either anti-paladin. I can't remember the name of the other ones. I'd have to look it up.
Oh, I see. Desecrator.
Desecrator. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what was your background?
Gladiator.
And your backstory, you said you were basically promised some riches and you instead were turned into a flesh warp and you're looking a way to fix it, or you're looking for revenge?
Both.
Revenge and that was with a gladiatorial tournament or something else that...
Yes. Yeah, basically, I was part of some kind of big gladiatorial tournament. I won, I was promised riches and power, and I guess the magic that they tried to imbue in me was all sorts of fucked, and I became a flesh warp.
Alright, and were you planning on taking a free archetype, and do you know what that first one is?
Yes. And it is the, God. I could read this. The Hell Knight Armiger dedication?
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And no, you're not a caster. So okay.
I have one focus.
Did you guys show Taylor how to choose the free archetype on the builder?
We have not had the opportunity.
Okay, we'll have to show him how to do that.
Yes,
Alright. DJ, your character is how do you say it? Sylvanthos?
Sylvanthos.
Sylvanthos, okay.
Yep, Sylvanthos Greyhawk, he, after his city was destroyed, one of the Rangers managed to get him away, and they found an old hermit magus who took him in and taught him the ways of fighting devils and demons, and a little bit of magus tricks, which he'll pick up later as his archetype. And then after the old magus died, I took up his scale armor and his Naginata and headed off to find some demons.
Okay. Is the first archetype you taking Magus or something else?
Yep, it's all magus.
Okay, so Ranger Magus. What was your background? Bounty hunter?
Bounty hunter, but specifically the supernatural kind. Like, I don't care about, common criminals and shit like that. I go to, religious figures, people that have issues with, like, demons, undead, ghosts, whatever.
Were you taking a casting archetype with your Magus, or are you leaving it just the normal casting type?
Yeah, no, just the Magus type, and then, I get the spell slots later through the Magus feats.
Yeah, I know. You could just take casting archetypes like flexible casting, wellspring magic, stuff like that. I didn't know if you took any of that.
Nope.
Okay. Nobody's being fun and taking wellspring, huh? I'm surprised.
Nope. I'm just doing the spell striker stuff.
Okay. All right, Zeke, do you have a character name?
I don't know if I even know my name, given that I am an amnesiac. So,
Okay.
I imagine the people who found me are not particularly scientifically knowledgeable, so tin can for now.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
And did you decide on... So you're going to go automaton, right?
Yeah, automaton.
Have you decided on a class or no?
I think I'm like 99.9% going wizard with the Rune Lord skill dedication, or it's a
The free
subclass.
archetype.
Free archetypes as well, yeah. And I might take like Sentinel later down the line for heavy armor and stuff.
And background was you're going to do amnesiac?
Yeah.
Okay. And so your backstory is pretty blank because you're an amnesiac, right?
Yeah.
You're just basically searching for answers, right?
Pretty much. You're searching for answers, and I probably know enough about myself to know that I want power. I'm going to be channeling a little bit of Gazard from last campaign.
Okay. Were you planning on taking a casting archetype?
No.
Okay.
I've already got enough.
Okay.
To juggle, so.
Okay. All right, Taylor, you have ideas?
Over now.
If you don't have ideas right now, it's okay. He's typing. He's typing. He might need a new mic. He'll get it sorted out. He's thinking human fighter. Okay. Fighters are so good. Ask Leslie. Fighters are insanely good. Alright, we'll get it worked out if you have any questions on building. So I would highly recommend getting the Path Builder. I know you're an Apple guy, I believe, right? Or have you switched over to the dark side, to the Androids yet?
Why is that the dark side?
Still Apple. So, I believe you have a laptop, though, right? So there's a program called BlueStacks, spelled just like that. Install that, and that's an Android emulator, and you can install Path Builder into that. And it's probably the best way to build your character, because just hit me or any of us up to help you enable the free archetype, because it's going to give your character like a bunch of extra options. The free archetype is pretty awesome, but as of right now, you're thinking human fighter. Okay. And we'll just get the rest of the details as they go through. Okay. All right. We kind of went over the vision here. All right. House roles. The only ones I can really remember here. We can go into more if we want. But as far as secret roles, the game itself calls for a lot of secret roles for things. I trust all of you to not bet a game with the knowledge you have when you roll, and I like to let you guys roll. That's why I like to let you guys roll stealth or perception to find hidden items, stuff like that. And I personally the only secret role I want to keep for myself is traps, just because that gives a level of tension where you guys, just as it would be if you were in there, you look around and literally, do I see them or not? I don't see them. That doesn't mean it's not there. And it just takes away that temptation of, like, nobody wants to move forward when somebody rolls a natural one and finding traps. So I want to make sure you guys are okay with me keeping it like it is and just letting you guys roll everything else and rolling with it.
Yep.
A+.
Okay. So yeah, basically anytime we're reading rules and it says the GM makes a secret check, the only ones I'm going to make are those trap finding ones. Just for that tension. Everything else, like I said, I trust you guys to not roll with that knowledge. Moving forward with critical hits, I'm going to go with you can take a card if you wish, and if you have weapon specialization, you can use that weapon specialization. We're not going to do either or. We're going to give you both once you have access to it.
Oh. Oh yeah.
What's the closest kingdom to where we're starting? Like world power.
Mendev.
Okay.
Yeah, Mendev and Brevoy are the two big ones.
I probably grew up in Mendev. They hate demons, you said, right?
Yeah, they did many demon. They call them crusades. Here, hold on. Let me pull my interactive map here.
This sounds like my backstory. Yep. I grew up in the King City.
All right, Mendev. Yeah. For over a set. Oh, it was even longer. The Crusades went on for over 100 years. People for all the inner sea came to support Mendevians in their crusades to drive the demons back to the west. So yeah, there was 5. It successfully ended the 5th Mendevian crusade. So that was in 4718. Let's see what year we are in Pathfinder.
And while you're pulling this up, I just want to double check. For stats, we are not rolling, correct? We're just starting with the base.
Plus 2s, yeah. Like build and the builder.
Yeah, just to follow the builder for stats. Yep.
Okay. I like that.
So it was. So the 5th Mendevian crusade ended in 4718, and we are currently in
the middle of it.
So
wait,
it'd be
AD.
12 years after that. So in 2010, it was 4710 there. So then it'd be so it's 22 years after. So 4732. So the last crusade ended 14 years ago.
Holy Grail. Indiana Jones found the Holy Grail.
You broke up a lot. I couldn't quite hear you.
I said, yeah, the last crusade ended when Indiana Jones found the Holy Grail.
Oh, Jesus. Gotcha. So yeah, 14 years ago is when the final crusade ended. The 5th Mendevian crusade ended. So you could have been born just a little bit before the end of that war. Or that crusade.
Well, that fits perfect with mine.
Alright,
What was that crusade?
any other house rules that I'm forgetting here, guys?
I'll to medic in that
Well, we
crusade.
actually need to put, you can shoot bombs with slings.
DJ, what's your race?
I'm an elf Asimar.
Okay, I don't.
It's not race, it's ancestry.
Ancestry. What kind of
I'm an
parents
elf
do you
with
have?
blood. You're an ancestress.
What kind of what you said there?
I said, what kind of parents did you have?
Yeah. What kind of parents did you have, DJ?
Elf. One was a wizard and one was a ranger.
There you go. That's
I
where it
think
gets
my
some.
background would be more like a private tutor, not like a teacher at a school.
You could be like a Catholic school teacher that like beats their students with a ruler when they mess up and super
No.
evil.
Private tutor.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna send you to the box.
So
I'm a furniture.
the other thing we
It's
talked
like,
about.
it's like some Matilda shit.
The other thing we talked about was in regards to DJ's animal companion. Me and DJ had conversations about this. So there's a lot of weird precepts around the animal companion and some of the wording on it. And so basically what it comes down to is animal companions are minions. Minions are only supposed to get actions if you give them 2 actions. But there's some wording that says even if you don't give them actions, they get 1 action to stride or strike. So people are going back and forth whether that's they get 1 action if you don't do anything, or they get that action no matter what. Like even if you don't give them actions, they still get that action, and you can still give them more actions. So it's very ambiguous, and we haven't got an actual answer from Paizo anywhere in the forums we checked. The way I fall on this, and let me know, because we're going to get party consensus on this. The way I fall on this is to get to that point to have that, he's going to have spent 3 or 4 feats on an animal companion. Animal companions are strong, but they are not game breaking. So the option for an animal companion to end up with 3 actions is not a big deal in my eyes, just because he spent, like I said, 3 or 4 feats just to get there.
Yep, and I am picking up all the pet feats, as they come up, so that's not a big deal.
Yep.
It's just the way it's worded, right? Like, if it was only meant to be used without using actions, it would say it should say when you don't use an action for your minion, then he can still spend an action to strike or stride. But it says even if you don't, which implies that it's going to happen either way. So even if I spend an action to give him 2, he would still have his own action to strike or stride with.
And one of the biggest reason I follow this, besides he's investing feats, is that actually allows, if the animal companion has 3 actions, it actually fully opens the animal companion to move and support, which it normally couldn't do because support actions take 2 actions. So prior to that...
Wait, is it 2? I thought it was 1.
No, most supports are 2. And the biggest thing about support actions is you cannot have attack that turn. So it allows you to move and support. So I think it really opens up the animal companion to where I see it should be, where each turn they should be able to move to wherever the enemy is and use their support action, because that's where they really shine. So I just want to see how everybody else feels on that, because I'm going to put that in the house rules if nobody else has oppositions to that.
So I got another one I want to discuss with you here, but it's going to be an uncommon recipe that I'm looking for, so I'm obviously not going to get it right away. But the junk bomb. There's some broken verbiage in the description of the junk bomb.
Okay, pull that up.
So I want to know if we can make the damage type versatile instead of... so it says a junk bomb deals the listed slashing damage, persistent bleed damage, and piercing splash damage. But then at the bottom it says the bomb deals 1d8 slashing damage, 1 persistent bleed, and 1 slashing splash damage. So there's the conflict between the splash being piercing or splash. And considering that it is a junk bomb where you just kind of throw random parts in, I was wondering if I can, make those versatile where when I build it, I decide if it's piercing, slashing, or even bludgeoning if I fill it with, like, rocks or something,
Okay, let me, I'll pull it up as we just finish up here. Just want to get everybody's thoughts on the first part.
Support action's only 1 action.
It depends on the...
Depends on the animal companion, yeah. You might
Here,
have
I'll put it, hang on, I'll put it in Discord. That's what it says. Okay.
Okay.
My parking spot when I got here.
Or maybe I'm thinking of their advanced... Oh, I'm thinking of some of their advanced moves. That's right. That's what I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
like I get knocked down.
So it'll allow an animal to either move and use support or move and use their advanced ability. Where prior, there's a lot of animals that wouldn't be able to use their advanced ability if they move.
Oh, there's a rule. There's a rule where if I attack with the pet, then I can't use support.
Yep, I know that. Yeah, that for sure. So what's everybody think about the animal companion extra action once he spent his 3rd or 4th feat there?
That's fine. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
The action economy is a shambles.
My party, but
Well, like I said, the
it's different. I know.
Yeah. That was a.
Because I mean, it's one thing to just be an animal companion, but I mean, like rangers and druids are supposed to have specialized companions.
Yep.
That makes sense. I'm good with it. I
Yeah. And like I said, animal companions are stronger than like a summon or a familiar, but they're not. It's not game breaking in my opinion for them to have 1 more action by the time he's level 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm good.
Everybody's good?
No.
Amen.
We'll put that in there. So.
I feel like I need to state this as well, but it did let me choose a flesh warp size, and I am a medium.
Okay. You didn't want to be a big boy?
It didn't give me the option. It either said medium or small.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it's just medium or small. So that makes sense because you could be a medium or a small creature. Okay, yeah. All right, so Junk Bomb is the name of yours, Jared?
Yeah. You'll see in like the description it talks about slashing splash damage, but then at the bottom it talks about, or in the description it talks about piercing, and then in the bottom it talks about slashing splash damage. Bit of a contradiction.
I'm fine with it doing different damage types. The only thing is, as you said before, when you build it, you're gonna have to actually
I have to claim what type of
exactly.
jump bomb it is.
Exactly. When you put it together, you're
That's
like,
fine.
okay, I'm fine with that. If everybody's fine with that.
Yeah.
Amen.
But both like the damage and the splash damage are gonna match. So if it's a slashing, it'll do both like damage and slash of the same like slashing type. You know.
Yep.
Cool. Done.
Okay.
Good
All right.
I'm looking for that recipe then.
Anybody else have some things they want to review on abilities or feats they might have at some point?
I do have a quick question as far as the divine ally that I get.
Yep.
So, I have a divine shield. Now, is this something that just pops up like in front of me, or do I have to actually like grab it?
So, I think it's always there. Let me double check that. It's been a while since Divine Ally. Let's see. So, a spirit of protection dwells within your shield. So, it's your shield is you already have your shield, and there's a spirit of protection in it. So it makes it makes your shield stronger.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Any more?
I think that's it for me at the moment. I'm sure I'll have more questions as time goes on, but...
Do you happen to have BlueStacks open, Taylor? Still down. So I will show you though. It should be on the stream now if you can see it. Is BlueStacks showing on stream for you guys? I don't know.
Yep, I see it.
Okay. Oh, I need to do new character. So, just let me know. Just type in there if you're if you can see the stream, the BlueStacks there, Taylor. Of course, it's gonna crash. I need to get the updated version. I need version 5. But basically, once you create your character, so like you go fighter, whatever. When you get to this screen, you go to View Options, and it is right here. Allow Game Mastery Guide Free Archetype. And you don't need to do anything else below it. Just make sure that's checked. And then once you're leveling, you'll notice right here at level 2, you get your first free archetype. And continuously as you'll level, you'll see right here free archetype, and it keeps going.
Every even level.
Yep, every even level you get another free archetype. Yeah, and the basically, well, let me show you here. So whatever, I'll just choose any of them. After you've chosen your first one, and you come to your next free archetype here we go. You'll notice they're all red because I can't choose anyone because I haven't chosen enough features of my other free archetype. So you actually have to come up here to this where it says dedication feats and drop it down to class archetype feats. And now this will show you what I can get in that archetype, right? And then my next free archetype level, it'll do the same thing. And I go to archetype class and I take my next feat. And then the next time I free archetype, here we go. Now I've taken enough that I can take another archetype if I really want, or I can drop down and take more in my original archetype. So it allows you to really drill down. So you can go with your fighter and be like, it crashed obviously. See, this is why I need the other one. Okay, so like with your fighter, you can be like, you know, I really want to be, you know, a magic warrior, right? And so I'm less about being a fighter, and I'm being this specific type of fighter, and like drill down on it, and then farther down you could be like, I'm gonna also take Magus now because that's another type of fighting warrior. So it just allows you to drill down like really hard on exactly what you want to be, or just straight up open more options. I want to be a fighter that's also really that has a way to heal or something. I don't know. There's so many. This list is massive, as you can tell.
Yeah,
the archetypes
it's
can be.
super customization.
Yeah, it's super cool. So yeah, that's the free archetype.
Glenn, do you need to know my Hell Knight order?
Sure.
I picked Order of the Scourge.
Order of the what? Scourge?
They hunt those who pervert the law for their own selfish ends. They seek to destroy corruption and those who hide behind unjust laws and bureaucracy. Those damn bureaucrats.
I have a mini that looks like this, I think. Can you see it on the screen? Order of the Scourge looks badass, doesn't it? This is what your Hell Knight armor will look like.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. That's a really good mini right there. Look how good that mini is painted.
I mean, it looks like Shovel Knight.
Yeah, a little bit, huh?
But evil. And no shovel.
Oh, that's a badass one right there, isn't it? Look at that.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so you're Hell Knight, Order of the Scourge. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I that's everything I had to cover in this. What questions do you guys have about stuff, if any? We'll go back to the fun.
I do have one other quick question for you. So,
Go ahead.
I get devotion spells. It says your deity's power grants you special divine spells called devotion spells, which are a type of focus spell, but like, I don't really want to follow any deity. Do I have to follow a deity?
Yes. Asmodeus specifically.
Specifically
because you're a Hell
Asmodeus.
Knight.
Okay.
And you also need to come from Cheliax. That's where you have to be from.
Okay.
Because if we look at archetypes here, and I have it on my screen, you guys should be able to see. If you want to look at, when we go look at Hell Knight. So Hell Knight, Hell Knight Armor Gear. Prerequisites. Member of a Hell Knight Order, trained in heavy armor as well as your order's favorite weapon. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, it doesn't tell me here. Of course not. But
I believe you. I'll be from Cheliax.
But the only people that can be Hell Knights are from Cheliax. Yeah, let's
That's
see.
fine. I'm from Cheliax.
You are from Cheliax.
I'm Cheliaxian.
I thought that I'm 99% sure that one was region specific. Let's see. The word Hell Knights collection anywhere. Foundation. Yeah, specifically the laws of various are in the home country of Cheliax. Hell Knights emulate the organization of the effective armies of Hell. They're not concerned with method, morality or methods, only results. Blah blah. Blah. But I'm sure I'm right here. But
I mean, it makes my life easier. I don't have to think about where I'm from.
Ooh, nothing's broke.
I'm from Cheliax.
I'm gonna find it for sure.
Is it Osmodeus or Asmodeus?
As.
I just wanted to search up in Pathfinder again. Asmodeus.
say Asmodeus?
Asmodeus, yeah.
I know it's somewhere in here.
Little jokes that the Hell Knights have, you know?
Can't remember where to find it though. Oh, do I have my books here?
Probably not, definitely not.
Let me see if I have my books in this computer for my PDFs or not. Let's see. Where's Pathfinder? Here we go. Because it would be in. Oh, what's that one called? The lore one. It's Sledge Omens. It's the Lost Omens book, World Guide. Yeah, I think that's it. So if we go, because old Cheliax. And where's the region-specific stuff? There's the background, and there's the yeah. To become a Hell Knight Armiger, you have presented yourself to a Hell Knight Citadel as a candidate and become a fearsome Hell Knight. You believe that all who live must be forced to obey law, and you adventure as a test of your loyalty, discipline, and courage. Someday, you'll take the Hell Knight test and battle a devil in single combat to prove your strength to join the Hell Knight next. So that's, yeah, it's specifically under Cheliax. So yeah, there you go. That's where you're from.
Fair enough.
Other questions about characters or development or anything? Okay. I think that's it then for session 0. Is anybody going to have me print minis at some point?
I might go and look for some STL files for you.
Yeah.
Let's see, because... let's see if we can find, like a Strix. There we go. Oh, I don't want to go to Cult 3D.
Male Strix.
Yeah, don't.
I could be a sexy Strix.
Well, I'm on stream. I don't want to go to Cult 3D.
I might have to look before you stream it.
Yeah, I'm gonna STL Finder here. Those ones look. Yeah, we'll have to look around.
Yeah, that's not a very good Strix.
Let's see if something else is on
They all look
Thingiverse.
like boys.
Not much.
I mean,
okay.
Keep in mind, Hero Forge will let you create it, and I guess, what is it, like $5?
I think it's $7 or $8 now.
Oh, 7, 8 now?
All right. Hey, Glenn, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, is it considered an evil act if you harvest a creature's brain, dissolve it in acid, and then drink it to gain their memories?
You had me at no until you drank it.
So, it's an actual alchemist skill where you can take demonic acid from something's brain, dissolve it, and drink it. You can have up to 10 minutes worth of memories.
Okay. I guess
this
not.
level is called mnemonic acid, MEUMONIC.
And that's a skill for alchemists?
It's an alchemy item that I can craft.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, it's also uncommon, so that's going to be hard to find also, granted. But, again, something I might be looking for depending on how we feel about it.
Well, see, the thing about quote-unquote evil acts, right? It's about perception. In a scientific point of view, that might not be considered evil, right?
Right.
But if you're doing it just because, you know, you want to take over the world, so you're going to try to get these creatures.
That's kind of how I
you know what I mean?
explain it too.
Like, in a scientific view, probably not. It might be looked upon a little odd in the community. But you know what I mean? And people might, like, view it as evil, but you doing it as a scientific purpose in itself is not evil.
Okay. I'm going to be on the lookout for that when it comes to level 8.
It's called what?
Mnemonic acid. MNEUMONIC.
Okay, it'll be somebody named Johnny will have it.
Someone named who?
Johnny Mnemonic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It's 10 minutes to work, by the way.
Okay. And you actually get their memories. Oh, that's interesting.
Once the brain matter fully dissolves, you can consume the acid as an interact action to experience a powerful vision and relive one of the memories of the creature whose brain matter was dissolved. You have no control over this memory, the experience of those things.
DJ's mic just can't keep up on the long talk.
What?
DJ's mic just keeps giving out like once you're like halfway through your sentence.
Well, just look it up. You'll see it's funny. So I kind of want you.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. That's cool. And is that a feat or a item?
No, it's a level 8 uncommon formula.
Formula, okay.
Alchemy formula. It's an elixir.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, wow. A level 8 formula only costs 25 gold. That's all it takes for somebody to learn to drink people's brains.
It's 75 gold from what I have.
Oh, really? I was looking at
This is to learn the formula.
Yeah. I was looking at the cost of like, if somebody was selling that formula. The base table says a level 8 formula is 25 gold.
Is there any adjustments if it's like uncommon or something?
Let me see. And let's see. Copy the formula. If you have an item, you can try to reverse engineer its formula. Not that I see.
So as long as he has one, he can try to reverse engineer.
Mm-hmm. It says to reverse engineer it. It's a craft activity. It takes the same amount of time as creating the item from a formula would. You first disassemble the item. After the downtime, you attempt a crafting check against the same DC it would be to craft it. If you succeed, you craft the formula as full price.
Cool. Nice. So I could be on the lookout for formulas or rare alchemy items that I could try to reverse engineer.
Yeah. So that actually might be pretty cool, where I can literally just put in a single item, right? There's a single potion of something, and you guys could decide to use it, sell it, or attempt to reverse engineer it.
Okay, I like it. I really like this concept.
Yeah. I like that a lot. Okay.
No.
But on the subject of other uncommon things, I might be interested in trying to acquire the, Eye of the Arc Lord's Feet.
Ooh. Is that how high of a level item is that?
I think it's like a level
I'm pulling
8.
it up right now.
It's a pretty low level feat. Like I can take level 3.
Oh, it's a feat.
Yeah, it's a level 8 feat. Basically,
Gotcha.
It lets him open the third eye on his head, so he can get the like perception stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, that'll be interesting with your. Okay.
How are you working towards that? Yeah, Gazard has that.
Yeah.
I'll probably need to find some because I think it's level 3 or level 2 feet, but I'll need access to some members of the Eyes or the Arc Lords of Nex.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll have to think about that. Let me put that on your page here. Tin can.
I have it very far south, so it might not work out, but.
I've got that noted on your page.
I do have a question as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this one's further down the road. So, one of the archetype feats I can take is called Order Training. You gain the lesser order benefit for the Hell Knight order to which you belong. What is the lesser order benefit?
It should just be in the description on Nessus there. Yeah. I think a lot of it is like you get +1 AC or -1 AC or not. It's a +1 AC to wearing like your Hell Knight armor in certain situations, or +1 to other circumstances. I think depending on what your Hell Knight specialization is.
I see.
So order the Scourge. Hell Knight Scourge. Da, 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 da. You roll a success. It's got to be some. Okay. Oh yeah. So if are you looking at the stream right now on Discord?
Yeah.
So here's your lesser order, your lesser benefit, right? And then here's your greater benefit. Because that's what I was saying is you get the lesser benefit, right?
Yeah.
So the lesser benefit on Order of the Scourge is when you roll a success on a save against fear, you get a crit success. In addition, anytime you gain the frightened condition, reduce the condition's value by 1. As usual, the ability reduces the initial frightened by 1. Blah, 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 if you have a similar effect at all. So basically, you get it's harder to fear you, and you're anytime you gain frightened, it's 1 less than normal.
Nice.
So the base of the way I found that
You're
is
not afraid anymore.
yeah. Basically, the way I did that is I searched for Hell Knights here, right? And I clicked on Hell Knight Armiger Dedication, and then go to the one I want. Why is it not going to the one I want? Or did I just click on Hell Knight? Yeah, I just clicked on Hell Knight, and then up here you have Hell Knight orders.
Cool.
There you go.
And then just down. Gotcha.
Yours is at the very bottom. So that's where your benefits are.
Cool.
I'm sure it's somewhere in the app too. It'll probably have a drop down for you to choose when you pick that feat.
I did not see it, which is why I double checked.
Well, you have to make sure that your character is set to that level in the app too.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, fair enough. I see.
Yeah. Wow, look at your Seek on Justice. With a moment focusing, you can locate the telltale signs of corruption no matter what means it may use to hide from sight. For 1 minute, you can see through up to 5 feet of stone, wood, or similar barriers as if they didn't exist. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see how this can be useful, actually. I may want to try to find... We'll be talking about a character through the course of this campaign, but there's a level 10 item I'm going to be looking for, either to buy for 175 gold, or to find a formula to build it.
What's it called?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk.
Oh, okay. All right. Also, since you are an alchemist, Jared, have you looked at the where is it? It's the crossbow.
Oh, the alchemical
Yeah,
crossbow.
there's a special crossbow somewhere. Is it under tools?
The problem with crossbows is I think they're two-handed, and then I can't throw bombs.
Well, this one you can load
Loads
bombs into it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's actually a crossbow designed to shoot bombs.
okay.
I'm just looking for it. I don't remember where it is.
I think it's actually in the weapons list.
Here it is. It's a you have to change from magic to standard, but I see it. I'll come up with crossbow right here.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go. That might be something you're on the lookout for because yeah, you load bombs into it and shoot it.
Okay. Why does it not have a level associated with it?
It's not level capped for anything.
Okay.
And I
Okay,
think
cool.
and it's a common
No.
item, so you can buy it for 25 gold. It's probably not going to be that hard for you to find.
25 gold?
Yeah, but it's only got a range of 30 feet.
Let's do this. No, range 120 feet.
Chemical crossbow says range. Oh, but let's say 120. Okay, why does this one say 30 feet?
Yeah, I think that's wrong because crossbows are not 30 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's not shooting bolts either, so.
I'll come up with use bolts. Okay,
No,
as an
it
action,
shoots
you-
bolts still. It just
Oh.
because a regular crossbow is 120 feet.
120. Yep. So what? Yeah. Why
It's got to
did
be a
they-
misprint on Nethys. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next your next mate will do 1d6 damage of the bomb.
Because basically you're putting it in there and it's coating the bolt that you're shooting, right?
Right.
Are there higher levels of this? Because this only lets you do lesser versions of the bomb.
Oh, it only does. There's not that I know of. Okay, this bomb, blah, blah, blah. The next 3
We may have
attacks.
to talk about like scaling that up for higher versions of the bombs later on.
Yeah. For sure, yeah.
One other thing. Are we paying attention to the uncommons and rares that we rolled on?
You get 1 uncommon and 1 rare to start, and anything else you need to have an actual reason or like.
Oh, the crossbow
figure
is
out a way-
uncommon, actually.
What?
The alchemical crossbow is uncommon.
Oh, and it actually does say, even though it says 120 foot, the addition of the bracket serves to unbalance the weapon, reducing
Yeah, I
its
see that
range
now
to
too.
30
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just
See, and
something
then
to
I
think
I'd
of.
rather just use a sling.
Yeah. To throw your bomb like normal, yeah.
I think using the sling is a better house rule to use than using this.
Yep.
What we rolled for.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
going to
Okay.
You talking about way back when? We're throwing out the roll we did way back when for uncommons and rares, right? And it's just
Yeah.
one per birth.
Yeah, just one. Everybody gets 1 uncommon, 1 rare during creation. Yep.
How does the free archetype work again? 'Cause I feel like I did it wrong.
Oh, let me open BlueStacks again.
Well, I'm missing things, I think. Is it an upgrade feature or is it an everybody feature?
So you don't get your first one till level 2. There you go. My stream is up for BlueStacks. So have you already started building a character?
Yes.
So what you do? Can you see my stream?
Yeah.
You click on these right here. Go to character options, and make sure this is checkmarked right here.
Okay, that is a paid feature.
Oh, that's a paid feature?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll give you $5 if you want to pay for it.
Yeah. Let's see.
But the other thing, as a caster, you might want to add. I'll pay for yours as well, Taylor, if you have to buy it. Right here, as a caster, you can add this as a choice if you want. And I'll actually let me show you with the actual caster.
Now the free archetype, what are the options there? That's the only thing I guess that I would.
Oh, the free archetype, all kinds. Here, look. See this whole list?
There's so many.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't have to use it, but it's extra stuff for your character. See, that list is huge. Lots of them.
And extra feats basically too.
Yeah, but if you use this, oh yeah, let me open a. Let's create a wizard or something, or a sorcerer. If you choose this caster archetype as well, what that allows you is at level 1, you choose, I think it's this class archetype. Is it this one at level? Yeah. And so you can get, you can have elemental casting where it changes your casting, no archetype, or wellspring magic, and this is more, the wellspring magic is like wild magic from 5th edition. And then like wizards and stuff can take the other specializations.
Wait, are we doing class archetype also, or just?
Well, the class archetype that's only for casters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as a sorcerer, he could take wellspring magic as his casting source and have what do you call it? Wild magic. And wild magic's cool.
Well, and elemental magic is cool too because that'll actually take like some of the primal stuff and put it on there too.
Yeah, they're all cool. So like if you decided to choose wellspring magic, every time you cast a spell level 1 or higher, you have to roll a d20, and if you ever roll a 1, then you get this list here, right?
Yep.
So you can get stuff like Energy Unleashed. It does a 2d6 damage burst around you, right? Positive one where healing boosts out. Siphoning, where you can make things nearly weightless. Like, it's got all kinds of random things that can happen. You can make it just all of a sudden apparently just starts downpouring around you in 10 feet. There's all kinds of weird things that can happen.
I think one of our one-shots I did the elemental magic.
Oh yeah?
That was pretty cool, because that's what it does. It lets you get spells from other things, like if you're an arcane caster, but there's certain spells in primal or occultism that you don't have access to, but they're elemental based, then you'll have access to those with the elemental magic archetype.
Yeah. So it's just, once again, that's completely up to you if you want to take that as well. You can pay for yours, okay. But yeah, and the other good thing is if you guys ever play a character that has a pet or a familiar, paying for the app also gives you access to the pet and familiar options, because those can actually get fairly involved.
Yep.
It's just a one-time payment, right?
Yep,
You don't
just
have to...
one time, $5.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep. But yeah, there's the Wellspring School. I was hoping somebody would take one of the casting archetypes. One I noticed in there, I don't know if you did you have to take this archetype, Zeke, the Rune Lord specialization?
I did, yeah. I
Okay.
don't know if I can take it with that, but I don't think so. I think it's one or the other.
Gotcha.
Because it does affect my spell casting and my
Okay.
slots.
Okay, cool. I like the oppressive voice. The voice of your muse, deity, or an ancestor suddenly overwhelms your mind. You must make a will save or take 1d4 mental damage. So I get to sit there and like talk to you as your ancestor, I guess.
Will that wellspring thing be an option for me later on?
No, as a cleric, the only option for you is that one, the
Oh.
flexible casting or whatever.
Oh. Well, then I probably won't take it, because you looked at that with me. and
Yeah,
told me
it wasn't
no.
good for you on that one though.
Yeah.
I wish you could take Wellspring Magic, because I think Wellspring Magic is the fun one. Just like Jared knows, Wild Magic's fun, right?
I had a lot of fun with
Yeah.
it.
The only... So, I will house rule, just so you know, if you decide to take Wellspring Magic, that the flat DC progressively increases. So the first time you cast a spell, flat DC check 1. The next time you cast a spell is 2. It keeps going up until you have a Wellspring Surge. Because it makes sense to me in that case that this wild magic is overcoming as you continue to use it, then at some point it bursts, you know? Because even if you read the definition of it, you know, it says it's rare, but I don't care on these casting types. The casting types aren't subject to our rare and uncommon. But Wellspring Magic wells within the character so mightily it can overwhelm and explode out of control, then why is it only a DC 1 check? You know what I mean? But yeah, Wellspring's cool. Apparently oracles are the best one for Wellspring Magic, it says, and sorcerers.
Well, if we were doing it the last campaign, I might have taken it.
Yeah. I think I said you could have taken it, but you had already built your character fully, I think.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever, all good.
Yep. We got through.
I'm so excited about this character, so.
Yeah, Ralph seems fun. Like I said, I personally think alchemists are one of the S tier classes in the game, because they have the answers to all the questions.
It's especially hybriding with the Lore Master, which is like a bard dedication. It's really going to be interesting being able to pretty much recall knowledge on any type of lore, and then specifically like being temporarily trained in a specific type of lore at daily prep for the day, where I could like actually use actions on that beyond just recall knowledge.
Oh yeah, so if you're starting off in the demon area, you have that, but then you go somewhere with lots of undead, you can switch over for that data to know more about undead. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. I like it. So some of the things going kind of back to the sandbox style. One of the things I'm gonna try to do, and that's not gonna happen every time. There's a I guess theory or something, or I can't think of the right word for it. Basically, there's a premise called the Rule of 3 that I'm going to try to follow. And basically what the Rule of 3 is you guys have gone out, done whatever you're going to do, you've come back, had your downtime at town, and you're ready to go out. I'm going to try to have 3 options that I have prepared for you. You know? It's sandbox, though. You don't have to follow any of those. But, you know, you might come into town and be like, let me check the town board, see if there's a thing. I'm going to try to have something there. And then, you know, you go back to the tavern and be like, hey, look, there's this thing on the town board. And then somebody's like, oh, you guys are adventurers. I have this thing for you. And then your favorite shopkeep when you're getting ready to go out, it's like, oh, you guys are going out. Can you grab one of these for you? So I'm going to try to give you, you know what I mean, my own 3 options for stuff. And you guys, because it should give you guys more of a feeling of like we're choosing. This is what we're doing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like gives you. You might not have any more control in the real sense of things, but it makes you as a player, I think, feel more in control of your actions to say, we've got these choices, and this is what we're doing. You know.
Well, I think what would really make that cool too is like if we have a choice of 3 different things, we pick one thing to fix whatever that is, and the other 2 might have some negative consequences for not doing those.
Hey, you got mad at me in BattleTech for that.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, maybe okay, we go do this one thing, but now this other thing that was like a little cave of goblins suddenly became like a village of ogres and shit with the goblins.
Yeah. And I plan on trying to have stuff like that happen, you know? And it'll also have the... Pretty much everything will have the consequence of you not doing it that probably somebody else did, you know?
Okay.
Because maybe the shop owner's like, hey, I really need this. If you go and do this, then I'll give you guys 10% off. And you're like, okay, that sounds cool, but we have to finish this first. You go finish that and come back. He's like, hey, guys, sorry, this other group went and took care of that for me, but thanks for looking into it. You know what I mean? Like, that, whatever that is, isn't just going to sit there and wait in a Skyrim side quest.
Basically, it's boon choices. Like, here's one of 3 boons you can pick, and the other 2 get off the plate.
More than likely, they get off the plate, because you guys are living in a world of adventurers, right?
Yep.
Like, if you don't pick it up, somebody else is going to come by that wants some work. So.
I mean, typical sandbox style is got to keep going around us, right?
Yeah, the world keeps moving no matter what you guys do. And that's why I said I have my whole thing based on, what I envision to be like the first BBEG, right? The steps he's taking, where he's going to be, what he's going to be doing. And you guys will hear about this, like, oh, something happened over here with this thing, and you're kind of be like, oh, that's weird. And then you go do something else, and you're like, oh, that group you've heard about, now they're doing this, and you can be like, okay, what's up with these guys? You know what I mean? That type of stuff. And then you'll decide, like, maybe we should do something around that area and look into these guys. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. And if you don't want to look into them, then, whatever they're doing happens, and that's that. We go on to the next thing, It's your guys' world. I just, I try to make the world continue moving.
So, I think I'm finally, set here.
Did you have more questions, Kieran and Taylor, about character stuff?
I'm good.
You're good? You decided closer on anything yet?
Specifically. I have a name.
You have a name? Ooh, what's your name?
Phoenix Sinclair.
You said Phoenix?
Yeah.
Like spelled regular, like the animal, the creature?
Correct.
Okay. So Phoenix Sinclair? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm legit.
I guess I should ask about starting
Yeah,
gear.
Pathbuilder is awesome, Taylor. I love it.
Are we going to be going with the normal X amount of gold we start with is what's used to buy our starting gear? Or we
Yep.
Be able to...
Yep,
Okay.
you should have 15 gold to start. It should be in the app itself. Oh, that's the other thing I need to put in house rules. Bandoliers.
Okay.
Where? Oh, hold on. OneNote's dying, I think.
Can I just do a legal ancestry boost? And get 21 charisma?
No.
Damn.
There we go. So bandoliers are in the game.
Yeah.
So just like before, bandolier, it costs 5 silver pieces. You're not going to find it in Pathbuilder. You can buy them at level 1, that's fine. Bandoliers have 8 slots, and they allow you to interact and use whatever you have in that slot. It still is a manipulate, But if you keep a potion in there, it is one action to pull it out and drink it, just like before. 8 slots.
Yeah, 8 slots per bandolier.
Yep. And just because the shootist bandolier does say that it can crisscross, if you really, really want to buy 2 bandoliers, you can. That's completely up to you. But if a bunch of you guys are buying 2 bandoliers, I'm going to start in possibly using mechanics of, you know, if there's a critical hit, it can break potions or whatnot in your bandolier, that type of thing. So, okay.
I like it. Hold on, no, I like that idea.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I think that's valid if we're
So-
doing that.
So if everybody wants to use 2 bandoliers, we'll go with critical hits can break stuff on your bandoliers. Like I'll just roll, I'll roll, yeah, a chance. We'll have to figure out what the chance is. We'll come across it when we get there. But you know, we'll have something I roll, like maybe I'll roll a d12, and that's the slot it might hit, and there's some sort of percentage chance on it. I don't know. We'll figure that out, but yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm not going to go with 2 because I think I'll be fine with 1.
Most people should be fine with 1 because that's 8 slots. You can fit, you know, you can fit the medical kits in there. You can fit potions in there. You can.
Alchemist is definitely going to want 16.
I don't know. He can quick alchemy and just hold them.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he'll put some stuff in there, but yeah, with quick alchemy, you just make one right there, or 2 or 3 right there.
Yeah, but the problem with quick alchemy, unfortunately,
You make
is
less,
that
yeah.
you make less, and especially at lower levels, that's going to be very detrimental. So I'm not
Yep.
going to be too much at lower levels for quick alchemy.
And that's where I say like alchemists are S tier because yeah, at level 1 through 4 or whatever, you're a little limited. But as you're, you know what I mean, a level 20 alchemist, there's
Let me put it this
there's
way.
literally nothing you don't have the answer to. You know what I mean?
Right, and then the reason I'm doing Bomber, and then at level 8 taking Perpetual Breath Field and selecting Bomber again, it means I can have 4 different elements of bombs that I can craft without using reagents, using quick crafting.
That's pretty sweet. But,
And-
but as it goes, you know, the stuff that that Taylor thinks is terrible is actually the best in the game, right?
There is that. Okay, so I just bought an Alchemist kit because that's easy. Now, there's a few things that come in this that I might just trash because I don't know if they're ever going to be useful, like soap and chalk. Do we ever think that's going to be relevant ever?
You gonna take a bath, you fucking dirty animal?
I don't know. Is there a bird bath in town?
So you also have to remember, like, I'm all for unique uses of stuff, right? And that's one of the things I told Leslie about. What was the? Oh, there was a when we were looking through some domains. Let me go find it because this is cool. This is I think one of my favorite things, right? If you look at, so clerics have a domain initiate. You learn one of the things from your deity's domains. Let me go look at deities here. Do setting. I think it was in. Oh, what was the?
Here's a good question for you. How much does a common level 1 formula cost? And could I use some of my starting gold to add additional formulas?
Yeah, you can for sure. I'll show you that in 1 second. So here, Delirium Domain. I was telling her that, like, to me, like this hyper focus focus spell has some very interesting uses on enemies, right? So that it's a target of range of 30 feet. You target one creature. It's a will saving throw. You sharpen a creature's senses through though more distant objects become hazy, indistinct, whatever. Basically, the target gets +1 bonus to perception checks and any of its precise senses. So most creatures that's seeing. Furthermore, any imprecise senses like hearing and smell become precise senses, right? So most people are going to read that and be like, okay, so that's a buff for the party. We're looking or smelling or hearing for something, right? But to me, this is where it becomes some really unique uses for stuff, right? The big thing is, however, the target cannot perceive anything past 20 feet, but if they critically fail the saving throw, they can't perceive anything past 10 feet. So to me, I'm like, this has some super interesting uses against creatures, right? Like, hey, I want to sneak past this guard. Let me cast Hyper Focus on him. If he critically fails, we walk 11 feet around him. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. I love like, if you want to take soap and be like, I want to cover the floor in soap and pour a little water in it, then we're going to get these guys to chase us, and they're going to slip and fall. I'm all for that shit. We'll make that a reflex saving throw, and who, you know what I mean? Like, so those mundane items, find some really interesting uses for it. I'm down. You know what I mean?
That's why I bought a bag of marbles.
Yeah, yeah, I'm down.
And I also have something to play with on my downtime.
So if you search in Nethys, Jared, formulas,
Yeah.
level 1 formulas cost 1 gold, level 0 formulas cost 5 silver.
Perfect. And anything common is on the board right now for pre-prep?
Yeah, you could take, if you want to spend literally all your money and buy 15 common formulas and nothing else, whatever. But you can buy as many of them.
I have 6 gold left right
Okay.
now after buying an alchemist kit.
Yeah, buy 6 common formulas. That's fine with me.
Okay. I might do that or see what else I might want to buy there.
Because especially with, like, an alchemist, like, just because you have 78 formulas, you know what I mean? You can only make so much stuff. It just gives you more options about what you want to make. You still have to make the right decisions on what you make. You know what I mean?
And can I sell back my dagger, and how much can I get for that?
So basically, I think dagger's only a couple silver pieces. You can just delete your dagger and add your money back.
I know I didn't buy it. I bought it in the alchemist kit, which is part of the kit.
Oh, gotcha. They're 2 silver.
Okay, so I can take 2 silver back.
Yeah.
Cool. Because I'm not going to use that. I have a beak that I can use for melee attacks if I need.
Oh yeah, nice. Sadie has a. Yeah, you don't see him a whole lot. We're doing Assassin 0. Sadie has a Talon.
What's the conversion ratio for gold, silver,
10.
copper?
10, 10, 10, 10.
It's all 10? Okay.
10 copper to silver, 10 silver to a gold, 10 gold to a whatever. With Ethereum? Is that what the stupid one is?
Yeah, I think so. No,
Or Ethereum might be even weirder. I don't remember.
That's 5e. The app only has plat, gold, silver, and copper.
Oh, that's 5e. Okay, cool. They don't have the stupid one nobody uses. Okay.
So we're gonna do.
The thing I never understood about Ethereum too is the only one that like didn't fit the formula of everything else. Because you were like, hey, it's 100 coppers to a silver, 100 silvers to a gold, and then 50 gold to an Ethereum, and or whatever, you know?
Okay, so it's 1 gold for 2 bandoliers then.
Yep.
Okay, so I just spent 1 gold there. Okay, cool. So down to 5, 7, 8. My question is, are there any formulas?
So basically, for formulas, just go look at the alchemical bombs and elixirs.
Oh, I know where they are.
Okay, cool.
There's other things that I like.
And poisons and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or drugs.
I know. I was looking at the drugs, honestly.
And I had fun throwing drugs at you guys last time. I was waiting for DJ to take the cough drops.
Yeah.
Those things were cool, man. The Succubus Kiss.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, unfortunately, the drugs only go up to level 12. By the time they came out, you guys were already, like, higher level for the most part than most of the drugs, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and it's like I can't even possibly critically fail this on a nat 1.
Yeah.
So,
Well, remember, you guys can always choose to fail. You can't choose to critically fail anything, but you can choose to fail a check.
Are we gonna have like a dumb brute in the group, in a manner of speaking?
A what?
A dumb brute?
A dumb brute.
Like, are any of our characters like just not so intelligent, but like buff and broody, like where they wouldn't care about will and perception?
Nathan, are you unintelligent or just average intelligence on your champion?
Oh, champion. Okay. So for a champion, would you like?
I have one currently. I mean, like.
Okay, so here's the thing. For a champion, do you want me to get like a Juggernaut mutagen that you can use?
Average. Oh, what?
Or a mutagen's only for the alchemist.
Nope, anybody can take a mutagen.
Okay. So a Juggernaut mutagen, which basically gives you a bonus to Fortitude saves and temporary hit points, but you take a penalty to will saves, perception checks, and initiative rolls.
Sure.
Is that something you'd be interested in, though? Like, I'm looking at buying a couple extra formulas.
Yeah, basically the one he could get right at the beginning is you would get a +1 bonus to Fortitude saves. You'd get 5 temporary hit points, and this lasts a minute, so you take them like right as combat starts, or right before it starts. But then you get -2 to will saves, perception checks, and initiative rolls.
There's a few other mutagens. There's like the Silver Tongue mutagen, which gives bonuses to deception, diplomacy, intimidation, and performance. But you gain drawbacks to Arcana, crafting, lore, occultism, and society. And Serene mutagen. So there's a lot. Here's what I'm going to tell the whole group at this point. There's a lot of options that I could potentially learn. If there's anything you're interested in me having on hand for you, let me know so I can be on the lookout, especially if it's uncommon. Because there's so many options.
Yeah, there's all kinds of elixirs and mutagens for stuff. I mean, as I just look through the level 1s right here, you got Skeptic's Elixir, Silver Tongue mutagen, Serene mutagen, Quicksilver, Juggernaut, Energy, Eagle Eye, Drakeheart, Cognitive, Bestial. The Bestial, I wonder if the Bestial would be the good one for him.
I know what I'm spending money on right now, actually. It's a level 2.
Yeah.
How much is a level 2 formula 2 gold? So I won't be able to use it yet, but this is going to be for DJ.
Level 2 is 2 gold, yep.
Okay, so I am going to spend 2 gold so that at level 2 I will already have for DJ, what was it called? Silver...
Oh yeah, silver something.
Silver Tongue?
No.
Silver something or other.
I thought it was level 2.
No, I think level 2. I might have been like 4 or 5.
Quicksilver?
No.
What's it do?
Oh, here it is, Silver Sheet.
Silver Sheet.
It coats a weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition with silver changing the damage type for his like undead and like demon hunting.
Oh, is that like a...
You can slather this silvery paste onto one melee weapon, one thrown weapon, or 10 pieces of ammunition. Silver sheet spoils quickly, so once you open the vial, you must use it all. For the next hour, the weapon or ammunition counts as silver instead of just normal precious material for any physical damage it deals.
Interesting, okay.
So I won't be able to use it until I'm level 2, but I think I want to prep to have that, and...
Yeah, so that could definitely be something like you know what I mean? Like, when you have downtime before level 1, like your character sits down, is like reading this and trying to make the elixir, and then finally when you hit level 2, you're just like, Eureka! You know, I got it, it works! You know, that type of thing.
Well, actually, if we're going to do it that way, every level I do get 2 common formulas at every level that I can add.
Yep. You just get those, yeah.
But I'm probably going to save those for other things that I'm trying to do for me, so that's why...
Is it pretty cold where we're starting? In the north there?
No, it's very deserty and wasteland.
But we're near the Arctic Circle.
So...
My silver sheet for 2.
Damn.
Sarcosa Scar is a black gash that runs across the lands known as Sarconis, most recently as the Whirlwind. Blah 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 blah. Infested, killed it. I was gonna see if it talks about the area, but it's like, here you go. You see my stream. This is what the area looks like. It's like deserty, you know.
Gross.
Yeah. Look how big that demon skull is. But yeah, it's very like desert wastelandy, you know. Maneuvers and flight. What is this you put in? Oh.
We haven't really been doing it, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, nobody did any really difficult maneuvers, I guess, right? Oh, GM checks maneuver.
Yeah, I had the acrobatics before, but like you said, none of the things were that
Well,
like out
I'm
of.
gonna fly.
Well, like it says
Yeah.
hover, so like hover midair. I mean, roll a acrobatics check. I don't know.
So here you go. So it shows you the simple maneuvers, right? If you're trained, it's a steep ascent or descent. If you're an expert flying against the wind or hovering midair. See, the hovering, what we did, I guess you could do this, a maneuver in flight, but reverse directions. Okay, yeah. We'll definitely look into more stuff like that. But yeah, we actually started implementing that. You had to do some sort of flying movement every turn because you couldn't just hover. But I guess with this would be the same thing. You use one action to hover, right?
0 gold. Okay, I'm down
For
to
the flyers.
7 silver, 8 copper.
Okay. But yeah, we'll look into more stuff like maneuvers and everything. So.
Okay, so that's
Okay, I gotta see if I want to be a flyer.
I mean, if you're just like moving around, but there could be stuff out of combat, maybe even in combat. Yeah, I can see that where like they do a gust of wind and you have to use a maneuver to try to like not fly against it, right? Or to not get blown away by it or something. Or if you're trying to do something crazy. Yeah, if you, I'll have to remember this is here, so thanks for bringing that up. That if you say something crazy like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna dive down and stop right before I get to the bottom and try to hit it or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like yeah. But if you're just like I'm gonna fly over there, that's. I mean, if there's no external events, then you fly over there. You know what I mean? But if you want to get all, you know, like Cornelius on it and do a dance and a twirl while you're flying, then you might have to roll on this.
Bro.
Hey, that's your brother.
Not anymore. Got him.
I don't know this man at all. I've never seen this man before in my
I was
life.
curious, yeah, when this, like, somebody had asked when this campaign starts a couple of years after, but I was like, if it's, 20 years after, like, I was gonna have my backstory and be like, my dad was a dick who hated wizards. He was a rogue, actually, an adventurer, but my cool uncle Bard taught me magic.
So, Rise of the Rune Lords, let me see when that was set. It was set... So if that was 2007, then that would be 17 years ago.
Ooh, close.
So there you go. So about 17 years after the end of the last campaign.
I immediately settled down.
You get busy.
So all your characters are probably still alive and in the world. You guys might even come across them.
What?
But they're good guys, so they'll be killing the evil people in our group. Good.
This is still trying to make it.
I already made it big. What do you mean?
You open that one on here.
That was like 2 campaigns ago. I rolled like a good one this time.
Do we want to see? Do you want to roll right now? Get it over with early?
What?
His size.
No, I'm gonna do the thing. Just a 1d20, right?
You
Yep.
trust the rope?
I don't, but here we go.
Okay.
Wow.
I just wanted a bigger number, but that was just perfect.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, you're, right at the average there, Cornelius. You're an average male. I got a flesh warp.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even after turning
What?
into a flesh wolf, I'm average. I'm okay with this.
What were you before you were a flesh warp, though? That's the question I have for you.
Oh, fair.
Great job.
Can I get back to you on that one?
Yeah. And does your family know that you're a flesh warp? Do you have any family left?
No.
Okay.
He has a face only a mother could love. Why don't you have your mother?
Here we go. I have literally spent every penny of my name.
You spent every penny of your name.
Everybody's gonna be broke in my party.
Everybody knows how to add the bandolier in their sheet, right?
Just as a
As a container, yep.
So I have 2 separate bandoliers, one called my bomb bandolier, one called my elixir bandolier. So if I do get that critical failure, you're gonna have to tell me which one you're targeting first.
Well, I'm just gonna roll random. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, just know that they are separate types.
I would say just number yours 1 through 16.
1 through 16.
20 on it or whatever.
I know it's some fucked up stuff.
You know, like one could
I'm
have
pretty sure.
the next one 9 through
I
16.
can't even begin to verbalize it, but that's how you spell it.
Okay. So I will start with.
You guys get that, Zeke and Nathan? It sounded like you had questions on adding the bandolier.
Oh, sorry, what?
Did you have questions on adding the bandolier?
It's just add container and then you name a bandolier, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
need
'cause-
to check mark any of the boxes?
You could check mark backpack. That way it takes off the bulk, if you want. But no, actually, they wouldn't. These wouldn't remove bulk. So no, you don't check. You don't remove any things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just for quick access. Is all it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Backpacks and bag of holdings are the only things I know of that remove the bulk.
Yeah. Yeah, the bulk will still be there, but but you can only put, I think, light bulk items in them, right? Or 1 bulk or less? I can't remember. What's a,
The bandoliers that are going
it's light. Yeah, it's gonna be light.
Yeah. Because I think the medicine kit, can the medicine, what's it called? Medical kit? Where's the actual equipment itself? Healer's tools, there we go.
Oh yeah, no.
Healer's tools are bulk 1, so...
So you can put them in the bandolier.
Well, we had you put them in there before.
I thought there was something where you could use like a whole bandolier for a whole set of healer's tools or something.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah, because it even says if you wear your healer's tools, you can draw and replace them as part of the action that you uses them. Which is weird, right? So I think healer's tools should be able to go in the bandolier, because you can specifically wear them.
Or is that a belt thing? Like you hang it on your belt?
Yeah, I don't know. It says this kit of bandages, herbs, and suturing tools is necessary for medicine to administer first aid, treat disease, treat poison, or treat wounds.
But it wouldn't default to a bandolier for healer's tools, right? That'd be something like maybe you attach it to your belt.
I guess so, because yeah, if you wear them, so I guess you would attach. It'd be a little kit you'd attach to your belt. Yeah, I guess so. Yep. So just the light items in the bandolier. The healer's tools you just have to wear.
Oh shit! I'm gonna need money for healer's tools. That's 5 gold pieces, or I could get rid of. I might have to get rid of the.
Or just get your healer's tools later once we can make some money. Alright.
Yeah, because I'll start with some elixirs, and how bad can level 1 be with the 2 elixirs?
Sadie, with your evil healing, are you gonna actually heal? Or
I mostly do harm. I have a little healing for myself.
You'll be the backup healer, but I'll be the primary healer.
I don't even think
she said it.
we're gonna survive.
She said it properly. She has healing for herself.
Yeah, she wants to heal, but...
Jared, I'm counting on you here for heals because I think we're gonna die.
So just so you know, sorcerers can choose any sort of magic casting tradition they want. So you could be a divine sorcerer.
I wanted to check. I am going Arcana probably, but Elemental Magic says you replace your spell list with Elemental spell list. Like you don't have any other spells.
Correct.
You have Elemental.
Correct.
Yeah, so that could be a problem. I guess I could just not choose it.
Yeah. You don't have to choose an archetype. It's just an option for you. And Wellspring doesn't break down what you can cast. It just gives you some options to get some spell slots back and something else.
You get some spell slots back, but you do have less spell slots total.
Yep. And you also have the Wellspring surges that can happen.
I'll go with no class archetypes because I would like to be flexible because I don't know what we're gonna see.
Taking away all my fun.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna do elemental, but then I heard that we have no heals and a bunch of evil people.
What are you talking about? You have an alchemist that can make healing.
He's gonna smash bottles on my head. He's a drunk.
When do you get that feat where you can throw them and heal people? Do you know, Jared? Uh-oh, did we lose him?
He's dead.
He's dead. Your healers are gone.
There he goes.
I mean, the champion, can't you heal as well?
Himself. He's selfish. He's a piece of shit.
I'm selfish. I don't actually have any.
Or is it only the paladin gets lay on hands? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I do not have heals.
Get trash.
Did you take the medicine medicine skill or no?
No.
Okay.
We're doomed, Glenn. You should wipe us like day one, honestly.
I like how we went from so much healing in campaign 1 to like a normal-ish amount in campaign 2.
Normal-ish. We got a guy throwing bottles.
You have a cleric and an alchemist. That's a normal.
That is not a cleric. I'm not fooled by this. That is a bird.
Check this out.
But look, I'm waiting for it to filter out my fiends. Let's see what's available at fiends.
They're both birds.
That's
all right.
I'm a much better bird. I'm like a phoenix.
You do look cooler than this stupid.
So here we go. Here, are you looking at the stream at all?
Yeah.
So here's a level 1 daemon, right? Harvester Demon. What's this thing do? It's got +8 to attack. It does 1d8 and 1d4 damage. That's not much, right?
I have 15 HP. That is my whole health bar.
I mean, the max it can do is 12.
Yeah, I will survive it barely.
So yeah, see?
I have more HP at level 1 than you, Kieran.
I have 15 HP, it says, but I haven't finished, so maybe there's more that come in.
Oh, it can also disease you, which is fun.
You know why?
Let's see what else we have for demons.
I mean, I'm not trying to max min too hard, but I do want some thoughts on like, okay, so you need Dex, Wisdom, and Constitution for saving throws. So like, I'm taking a balanced approach where I do want Intelligence as a secondary thing for Arcana, but basically I took like, I'm 12 across the board on Dex, Con, and Wisdom, so I'm not strong in anything, but like, so is it better to be strong in one thing like a 16 or 18, or just like balance it out?
Really, both ideas have merit.
Yeah.
Obviously, you always want an 18 in your starting set, but I always go for like an 18 to 16 and then like.
Well, technically, you could have 2 18s at the start. You just have a bunch of 10s.
Yeah. Here we go.
You should have 1 18 at the minimum, and then you could have like it's 10 extra stats somewhere else.
I don't think you can actually get it to 18 in a separate set. I think it has to be like 18.
It's pretty hard, yeah.
If
you take the,
oh, you're right, 16. You're right.
If you take the because everybody could do this. I don't remember if anybody knows. You can take the voluntary flaw.
Oh.
If anybody wants to take the voluntary flaw, you can. What that means is you take -2 to 2 stats and add +2 to one other stat.
I'm tempted to do that for minus strength.
So that is an option for everybody. I don't know if DJ and Jared can hear me.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're back.
Yeah, so the voluntary flaws are something you can take. You take -2 to 2 stats to give +2 to one other stat.
I didn't need them.
If you guys want it. So that's there for you. So here's the thing I forgot to do, Kieran. Because there's like 7 of you guys, right? I have to click this button for a level 1 creature.
Which one?
This button that says Elite.
Oh no.
Which means a level 1 imp, which is a demon, not a daemon, the demon, does 1d6 +1 and 1d4, so a max of 14.
No, we're fine.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so that's not bad, right? Like you're totally not going to die at level 1. It's got +11 to hit, so he's totally not going to crit you guys, right?
I was gonna say, like, you say a max of 14, but then if there's a crit, which can, with the right card, be up to triple damage. Yeah.
There you go. Would a 30 crit you?
Yeah. I think I'm dead.
I mean, that's not bad, right? Let's see.
I
mean, I'm not wearing anything,
30
so I'm
would
a
crit
14.
me, so.
That was a 19 on the dice. You're cheating.
See?
Hey,
See?
only 6 damage.
See? You wouldn't
Wait,
die.
is it triple though? Did you get triple damage is the real question.
Even if I did triple damage, right? You
That's
wouldn't
true.
die.
I would've
See?
lived.
See, it's fine, right?
Alright, well, I think I'm doing 18, 14, 12, 12, 12. Balance that shit out. Because it sounds like there's going to be elite closets.
I mean, there's 7 of you guys, so I've got to, you know. Because if I don't, look, see, my AC is 19, and I have 35 hit points as an elite, right? If I don't elite him, my AC is only 17, and I only have 25 health. That'll die, like, before I get a turn, you know?
That's fine. We're not hunting elites, you know? We went and said, sir, do you have any spare change for expiring children adventurers that are from the orphanage somehow now.
I've got a question for you, Jared.
So how much
Yeah,
downtime
yeah.
do we get before we start?
Is Phoenix going to be as much a coward as Eladier was?
Oh, much more. I'm a fucking squishy. Eladier went in, dog.
I mean, yeah, but he was a whiner.
I was a yes, I was a whiny melee, but I was a melee. I mean, I could have been a rogue who let stealth and hit around corners with a little piddly bow.
If only we knew a rogue that used to do that.
Cough, cough.
So what were you saying there, Jared?
How much downtime do we get between now and the start of the campaign to build some wealth and power?
None.
If my parents were like fairly well off, like not noble, but like like I'm sure I have like thousands of gold in our bank.
Sure, you can have 1,000 gold. Let's say roll a d6.
Nice. He's retiring before he gets started.
2.
So your parents have 2,000 gold in the bank. Unfortunately, the bank needs proof that you were their child to get that
I
money.
have a birth certificate. Okay.
There's no such thing in the world.
What?
Name.
I carved my name on this wooden board.
Stone tablet.
So yeah, you need your parents to get that money out of that.
That's going to be one of your side quest
like it.
rewards now. It's
So-
a birth certificate.
So actually, I have this really old book that shows the lineage of his entire family all the way down to him.
That's creepy, but also what?
Is that because the lore thing you have? Yeah.
So can I make a lore check to?
Yeah, don't nobles have to have like proof of nobility anyways? So like I've got like a passport.
I mean, probably, but your parents aren't there.
That's true.
You don't have what the bank needs. Like
I'll
without
be-
them there, the bank's gonna think of a regular bank. If you went to a bank and was like, my parents died and gave me stuff, they'd be like, show me the proof, right?
They
They're
haven't
not just gonna give it
died.
to you.
Good lord.
But I'm just saying, like, if your parents were missing and you're like, hey, my parents are missing, that money's mine, they'll be like, nope, show me that it's yours.
I mean,
Show me the legal documents.
kill
You know what I
them.
mean?
I'm gonna burn this bank to the ground.
I'm sure that'll get your money.
Customer support here sucks.
I will be
I
speaking
put all of your questions satisfactorily.
No, don't
mean-
close the chat.
I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and I need you to answer in the format of star.
What the fuck?
I just had an interview for a team lead position,
Wait, did they say that? Please tell me.
and just got told that they love everything I do and the brand I have, but I didn't answer in the star format and the stories they
Oh
wanted to
yeah,
hear.
that shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
Sounds right.
Yep.
that's just the way it be, I guess.
I know, and it was funny because literally 2 weeks before that, we had these pod meetings with groups, and the manager that's no longer with us anymore was our pod lead, and I was telling, because they started talking about interview prep, and I was like, I really hate how we've gone so heavy on the star format, and people will just straight up not get hired because they didn't answer in the proper star format. And he's like, that shouldn't happen, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And then literally I have my interview feedback where they tell me exactly that.
What's fucked up, I mean, technically, if they liked your answers, then it fulfilled the star stuff. Basically, you're situation, time, or task, and, action, whatever the fuck it means. But
Yeah.
basically, if you answer their questions satisfactory, then you fulfilled their star requirement, which is the bullshit part.
I will tell you that we have 2 Eng3 recs open for my team right now.
Okay. But you're going to go back to office, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, they keep thinking that, but I don't think they're thinking it through.
His
I love
team
the
will have
group.
a lot of openings if they go back to office.
I do love the group I'm in and the leadership we have. It's just our org as general as hardcore adopted the star thing, which I hate. I think it's the worst format for
I think it's
candidates
Comcast
ever.
all around, pretty much.
Yeah.
I will say,
Yeah.
I think it's easier to move up. Every department I've been in is 1 through 4, but then to get an actual promotion, unless you're going through to a supervisor role, you have to basically do a lateral to another.
Yeah, see, I was applying for this role because it was a higher role, but it's the team lead role they have is a half supervisor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's basically the role you're supposed to take right before going to supervisor, and I don't really want to go to supervisor, but I kind of wanted the bump in pay and responsibility a little bit, but it's not
feel that.
really what I'm looking for, you know what I mean?
I'm going to be going for Eng4 later this year.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I've got some stuff going up with project management that I'm pursuing. That's what I really want to go to, I think. That way I can be a project manager for a DJ and just tell him I don't care about what he wants.
So
you can be part of the group that we keep having issues with.
Yeah. But no, yeah, we have some interesting. There's a lot of project managers around CBOts that I like. We'll see. You don't even need degrees for those, which is nice. They're not like, I guess, true project managers. They're just, that's the title in Comcast, you know?
Yeah. No, I know.
All right. Well.
I also.
Yeah, I know. Poor Taylor. Let me see what it says here. You more or less have it sorted out. Okay. Good name, small backstory, some minor tweaks. Okay, cool. Yeah, text us for sure. Do we? Oh, I need to make another group. I know the Path Builder app is fucking awesome, dude. I love it. Unfortunately, they've just never made an app for iPhone. It's always been Android and Android only.
Yeah. Period, erase.
Yeah, we'll make a new group. We created a different new group when Jared came in, so we weren't spamming it every time we were talking in the group.
Yeah.
So we'll make another new group again.
Does everybody have dark vision except for me again?
I have low light vision, but I will, if I find the formula for it, I'll be able to make dark vision elixirs.
Perfect. I'm gonna be a normal.
Taylor's got low light. I think, Leslie, you have low light, right?
Yeah.
Or did you take the dark vision one?
No.
No, you took the flight one. Okay.
I have dark vision.
So it looks like there only might be 1 or 2 dark visions.
Um,
So Taylor, what ancestors did you choose if you have low light?
So, yeah, these are going to be my starting signature formulas. Boom.
All right, that's gonna be interesting fighting elite versions of these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I need.
Yeah, you choose a heritage. Yeah, so okay, so you're a half elf. Okay, cool. Yeah, heritage is just like the, not every human's the same. So you're half human, half elf, etc., etc. Okay, so you're a half elf. That works. So that's what gets you low light. Yeah. And the cool thing is, if you really, really want to, you can build your character all the way to 20 in the app, and all you do is on the one of the pages, you just level up as you go, and it gives you all those things that you pre-filled out.
Yep, the about screen.
The about screen, there you go. You guys use it more than I do, so you should know where they all are. Because I think, do both you and Jared have your character planned out to 20 already?
Yeah,
We've had
Nice.
them planned for a while.
Yeah, but a lot has still changed.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the nice thing is you can just go in and start changing stuff, and it tells you when you have like conflicts if you change something. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah, and you just go fix the conflicts.
So, I got 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need 2 elixirs of life.
And you'll have to let us know if you have problems buying gold and armor and stuff like that. It could be a little weird the first time you do it, but once you do it once, it's actually pretty easy to figure out adding gold weapons and armor and gear and all that.
Okay. So basically, I'm doing my daily prep for when we start with the first alchemy stuff I'm going to have.
And I know Taylor wasn't in the group text yet. When Leslie last looked at the numbers, they were coming down pretty good, so we're tentatively hoping another week or two at most if the numbers keep moving the way they're moving with COVID. And obviously, if anybody is unsure or feels they want to stay, I'll still Discord stream it so you can play at home remote that way too if you feel like you want to stay away from people. But we're tentatively thinking a week or two. I know a lot of like Denver City or Denver County, I forget which one, has lifted
City and
Denver,
County.
City and County has lifted
And
mask
several other-
mandates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they've let it lapse essentially.
All right, Taylor, take it easy. Look for a. I'll be sending a text out here soon for the new group.
Later, Taylor.
Bye, Taylor.
So for a starting daily prep at level 1, what I'm probably gonna do is keep either 1 or 2 infused reagents for quick alchemy. But if I use 3, I can make 3 acid flasks, 3 alchemist fires, and 2 minor elixirs.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not bad for a start.
Yeah.
Plus 2 unused reagents. You know.
So if you really need another heal or something, you can make one real quick.
Right, but I can be a little bit more versatile on what I'm doing.
Yeah. How many do you end up with, like at high levels? Like a level 20, how many? You can make a shit ton of stuff at the start of the day, right? How many?
Yeah, hang on. I will tell you in just a second. It comes to 26 infused reagents, and then of course more if I end up getting to that fungal armor.
Yeah.
As we discussed. But keeping in mind that my signature quote unquote formulas I can make 3 of during daily prep instead of 2. Which is why I got 3 of each of those types of bombs. And eventually, I'll be able to make 4 different types of bombs without the use of reagents, opening it up for a lot more healing.
Yeah. So the higher you get, the more. Yeah.
Yeah, increase at higher levels. So.
And don't you get stuff when you quick alchemy? You get 2 of something instead of 1 at later levels and stuff too.
I could double brew, but it still takes 2.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a 2 for 1.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, and then eventually I can make 3 and immediately store 1. But the problem is anything made with quick alchemy expires at the start of my turn, and I don't think I had space for the one that changes that to the end of my next turn.
Yeah. Gotcha. So, yeah, if you don't use it, it'd be like creating a healing potion. Be like, pick this up, and use it, like. Type
or
thing.
yeah, I'd have to like drop it as a free action, and let someone pick it up.
Here.
Okay. Yep. All right. So, looks like if
3 batches to make a free item. Oh, I guess yeah, it could be 1 action to make 3 items. Well, I still have to do something with 3 items and 2 actions at that point. That would be too difficult. Well, unless I give a genius unit. If I give up genius for enduring out there. Yeah, I might do that. Genius fusion lets me effectively.
Okay, so it looks like your party will be if Taylor goes fighter, you guys will be looking cleric, alchemist, sorcerer, champion, wizard, fighter, ranger.
Yep, that's actually pretty diverse.
So I know the alchemist you're going to be at ranged. The sorcerer and wizard will be at range. The cleric will be at range. So you'll have the champion, fighter, ranger, melee, along with a pet, right?
Oh, melee range. Interesting.
Yeah, you were going melee ranger, right?
Yeah, melee ranger.
With a glaive or something?
Yeah, the Naginata.
Yeah, basically a polearm, I should say.
Yep. I mean, it's a glaive, but it's versatile damage where I can choose between slash and pierce.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll have your champion. Are you sword and shield? Like, what kind of weapon are you using there, Nathan?
I'm debating between a sword and shield or like a one-handed axe and shield.
Okay.
I would like that that image you showed where the dude had like what is it, a halberd?
They look like a great axe almost.
Yeah, hold on.
Great axe. I mean,
Or a
either
halberd,
way, it's
one of the
a
two,
two-handed
yeah.
weapon, which I can't.
Literally right there.
I can't do it unless I don't want to use my shield.
Yeah, if you're, because that's the thing. If you're thinking, well, does the blade ally? You can use any type of weapon with that, right? It doesn't have to be a sword, right?
Correct.
Here, I'm gonna get myself
So I'm looking at
shield.
because the allies, divine ally. Yeah, just within your armaments. Because if you're thinking about using, if you're thinking about using a two-handed weapon, you might not want to take shield ally. You might want to take blade ally instead.
Well, the reason I'm thinking about shield is because I get a free feat for a shield block.
Yep.
Um.
Pretty much every melee class does that can wield that has proficiency in shields.
Oh, I see.
You're not listening that much if you do it.
Oh. Fair enough. I mean, yeah. In that case, I'll probably do like a two-handed.
Yeah, because you might want to either switch to steed or blade.
Yeah. I'll probably
You
do
could have
blade
a
then.
horse.
Huh?
You could have a horse.
Yep.
No, I don't want a horse. I want to swing a big ass fucking weapon.
Yeah, because the cool part about that thing is like for a champion following tenets of evil, you choose either fearsome, returning, or shifting. That just is a free one that gets put on your thing, and I don't believe it actually even goes. If I remember right, it doesn't even count towards your blade limit. So you can still, if you have a +3 weapon, you can still have 3 things on it, and then add fearsome, returning, or shifting because of the spirit that dwells within your armaments. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, returning is only good, obviously, if you're going to have a thrown weapon, you know?
Right.
Shifting is cool because it can change into all kinds of different weapons. You know, so you can have a spear, and then you can change it to a halberd, then you can change it to an axe, and then you can change it to a hammer, etc., etc. And then straight up fearsome. I think fearsome is if you crit, they're frightened. Yeah, when you crit, they become frightened one. Yep.
I'll probably do that then. That seems cool.
I have to look at your thing too with champion tenets of evil. Oh wait, no, causes.
Now,
there it is, champion causes, because you're the desecrator. Yeah.
Yes.
So desecrator.
I don't need a shield.
So you have the selfish shield. Okay. As your
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Do I need a shield for that?
You do. Wait, let me see. Your
It doesn't
resistance-
say.
It's just called self
No,
shield.
you don't.
Yeah.
It's just a thing you can do. It's like magic.
Yep.
Okay.
Are we keeping track of ammunition like sling bullets?
Typically what I do is kind of at any point spend like 5 gold, and we don't worry about standard ammunition ever again. So you can keep track for now, and then when you have some gold, just say I subtracted 5 gold, and that's my ammunition cost, and then you just never have to worry about it again. You know what I mean?
So yeah, take this back. Well, let's back to 7. Let's get back to 8. Back to 4.
Ooh, you get the Divine Smite, which is nice. Oh, that's your Divine Smite. If your Charisma's modifier is +2, you gain resistance. Trigger plus Charisma. Okay, interesting. And then Exalt. You use Selfish Shield. Wow, the Exalted Selfish Shield is really cool at level 11. You see that? When you use Selfish Shield, each enemy within 15 of you takes a -1 status penalty to attack rolls against you until the start of your next turn. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's so good.
Just think, guys, there's no Bard songs this time.
Yeah, right? It'll finally be quiet.
First thing I'm gonna do is gonna put a succubus out there and see if you want to fuck it. Then we'll figure out if you've changed or not.
No, not this time. Oddly enough.
I mean, but you're a champion. You
So-
could probably last a few rounds this time.
Also true.
Yeah, so the only things you'll have to remember if you look at the wording on the Selfish Shield, and you'll get used to it at some point. Remember, whenever you use that, you get that resistance, right? But in addition, your strikes against the triggering creature do 1 additional damage to the end of your next turn. So you just have to remember.
Yeah.
And that increases as you level up. So you get more damage whenever you use it against something.
Yeah, and I gotta choose if it's evil or negative each time I do.
Oh, cool. Oh, yep. If it's evil or negative, yep. Yeah, you have to choose that right, because, you know, using evil damage against a demon, it's not going to work.
Right. But negative damage will,
Yep.
maybe.
Well, negative damage should, but negative damage won't work against a undead. Evil might not either, depending on the undead.
Right.
Unless you want to heal undead.
We'll see about that. I will consider it.
That's cool. And then, yeah, level 9, your resistance gets higher. Your charisma modifier plus half your level. That can get pretty high, because if your charisma mod's like +4 and you're level 10, that's +9 resistance is pretty nice.
On that.
Yeah. Okay.
The 1 gold.
I always like the tyrant, because Iron Command's one of my favorite abilities, I think, in the game. You put an impertinent foe who dare harm you in their proper place. You command the enemy to kneel before you in obedience. If they dare refuse, they must pay the price in pain and anguish. The foe must choose to kneel, dropping prone as a free action, or take 1d6 mental damage that increases as higher levels.
Hell yeah.
It's so funny.
Okay, so I'm only gonna have 1 quick alchemy there.
Alright, anybody else have anything on their characters or anything?
I'm down to 1 gold, 7 silver, 8 copper because I sold the shield that was part of my alchemist kit also.
Oh, okay.
I need to be able to have hands free. A shield is not going to be prudent to how I operate.
No. Yeah, some of the kits come with stuff you don't really need. Sometimes it's better just to buy individually what you need.
Yeah, well, I'll keep the backpack, the crafter's book, the bedroll, all that stuff, just in case you feel like it's useful.
Yep. I mean, you guys don't have a tent thing. What was it again? The yurt.
Yep.
I don't have a tent
Yeah, you have a tent. I meant the yurt.
for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, she got the pup tent.
So I'm gonna take a build 2 cognitive mutagens, and now I'm down to 1 of those.
Oh yeah, that's a good point there. I just noticed what Kieran wrote in. So Sadie, I know yours.
Potentially buy 1 more formula if I want.
Oh, and so every point where I get an additional +1 on intelligence, I can pick another language at that point, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Ralph, you're atheist, right?
I follow the laws of morality. Is something that one of my skills said.
Okay.
I think godless healing. Hold on.
I follow Aurori.
I was filling out so.
Yeah, godless healing or mortal healing prerequisites godless healing, and you follow the laws of morality. So
Okay.
yeah, no god. So yeah, atheist if you want to put it that way.
What was your background there, Phoenix?
No.
What the hell?
Noble is the background?
Yeah.
Were you taking a free archetype, do you know?
Yes, but I don't know which one.
Don't know what it is yet, okay. And you were not taking a casting
Possibly.
archetype?
No class archetype.
And deity was Isis, okay. So Zeal Rept, your deity is Asmodeus, right? Because you're a Hell Knight.
Huh? What?
So
Sorry.
your deity is Asmodeus because you're a Hell Knight, right?
Correct.
And what'd you say it was for yours there, Savant? I can't. How do you pronounce your name again, DJ? Is it Sylvanthos?
He left.
They just bailed.
Oh, DJ Dale. Okay.
Well, were they good?
Anybody remember what his deity? What he said his deity was?
Aurori.
Aurori. That's right, Aurori. Tin Can, do you follow the deity?
No. I don't need one, right?
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. I meant to put that in there before. I'm glad I saw this thing.
Now he's back.
Oh, he's back. DJ, you were Aurori, right?
Yeah, Aurori.
And was it? How do you pronounce your name again?
Sylvanthos?
Sylvanthos. Sylvanthos. I'm gonna mess it up a few times. I think Sylvanthos. Okay. All right. So there we go. I think I got everything I need for now, guys. You have any more questions about anything?
Nope.
No, I think we're good for now.
Who's gonna die first?
I vote
Me.
Nathan.
I mean, instead of sending in one elite, I can just send like 7 enemies at you, right?
No.
No?
Did you write down my deity, or you remembered
Yeah,
it?
I remembered it. Yep.
You know who's not gonna die is Leslie, because she's gonna like have some sort of deal with the demons and join them in kicking our asses.
I mean, I might have a private deal with a few of them, but I'm secretly trying to better myself.
One of these days, her font will turn from harm to heal.
Yep.
We don't know when, but one of these days it will.
For our armor, do we get armor?
Whatever you can afford, yeah. Yeah, 15 gold.
Is there? I'm assuming there's a level cap. Like I should get a level 1 armor.
You probably can't afford anything past level 1, I assume. Let me see.
Yeah. I mean, if you just go to your defense and set armor, it'll give you the cost for all the armor that's in there.
No, I mean, if you can buy splint mail if you have the 13 gold for it. That's the only. Well, I guess that's levels 1 as well. Yeah, see, the half plate, even though it's a level 1, is 18 gold. The only level 2 stuff is full plate and Hell Knight armor, but that's 30 and 35 gold, so you can't even afford it.
Sure.
Yep. And the Hell Knight armor, remember, you can't wear it until you're an official Hell Knight. You gotta go through that ritual.
Yep.
Right.
Unless you want them to try to track you down and kill you.
Not yet.
It's almost like you remember this.
I know.
So, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here, DJ. There's going to be a story at some point when he is advancing and talking about the greatest Hell Knight to ever live.
Hobnob?
Grubnub.
Or Grubnub?
If you think about it, like every other Hell Knight's an NPC. There's been no story about a high-level Hell Knight, right? So he was an adventurer Hell Knight that it took an entire party to defeat him.
Yeah?
He is the greatest Hell Knight that's ever lived.
Works for me.
Yeah. So yeah, I've already thought of when he was like when he first told me he was going to be a Hell Knight. Probably I already thought of like, you know, he meets with his mentor and he's like, remember the story about Grubnub, you know, how he did that, you know, stuff like that, you know. What'd you say there, Nathan?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I think I have that book.
Oh, you have that book, yeah. You probably do, you know. And also, it was 17 years ago now that Grubnub was around, right? There's stories about him. There's books about him.
Yep. And then there's Gazard in his wizard tower.
Damn.
Looking for his dragon companions.
In my eyes, the only one of you that is not around anymore is Celeste. She's either traveling the world, which would technically be around, or she's gone back as her duty of the.
Who knows?
What's that?
Who knows?
Yeah, either she's traveling the world in random places, or she's taken back her duty as the chosen of Shelyn, you know, and is back with Shelyn. One of the two.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a full character sheet?
Yeah.
You guys will probably have to watch a Cornelius performance at some point.
Excellent.
With his new producer, Eladir, right? His producer and manager, right?
I would refer him to a better singer named Elvish.
I mean, he's got Elvish in a cage, doesn't he?
Yeah, did you guys keep him alive? I can't remember now.
Yeah, we kept them. We put them in. We bound it somewhere.
Yeah, one of the things I forgot the sunlight on that was Mori and Pularka left together.
Where'd they go?
I don't know. Where'd Mori go?
Oh
with
my
Pularka?
god, they were roommates.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. I forgot about that part at the end of that campaign. Yeah, Mori and Pularka are together.
We're just gonna go live our life somewhere. Who knows?
Fair enough.
Maybe back to the Isle of Perfection.
There we go.
I'm sure Kai has opened his own fighting club bar in Katapesh, probably.
I've got all sorts of business endeavors.
Okay. Is your wizard tower in Katapesh, DJ, or somewhere else?
Katapesh.
Katapesh, okay. So most of you guys are staying in Katapesh, it sounds like? I don't know. What is Cornelius and Eladir actually doing, you think? These 17 years later.
I would like to tour
Okay.
to as many places as I can, and
I mean,
of course,
at some point you tour the realm of Earth and get the remains of your cousin, I assume.
yeah, at some point we do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, remember with Gazard, though, even though his tower's in Katapesh, he can teleport anywhere on the planet.
Can't you teleport like to other planets too?
I can, yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
There are other planets. That's where the elves come from.
I'd like to say that Gazard and I got a lot closer, and he is my travel bus.
He just like wakes up. Gazard, I have a performance in Andran. Can you get me there?
Yeah, I overslept my man. Bro, you had a month to get there. Yeah, I overslept for a month.
I know, but you should have seen her. I mean, I slept really hard.
Real hard. I could just alter reality too. That's fair. But why would I do
Yeah,
that?
just alter reality. Yeah, because you can copy any spell you want with alter reality. Level 9 and below, right? Or 7 and below, something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think it's 7 and below reliably. Or 8 and below.
Something like that.
I think it was 9.
It might be 9. I don't know. Spells.
pretty nuts.
Alter reality.
Alter
Duplicate
reality
any
is-
occult spell 9 or lower, or non-occult spell 7 or lower.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So teleport is what, a 6th level spell?
7th.
It is 7th. So yeah, you could learn it. I mean, you could definitely cast it with
Wait,
that.
was it 7?
Nope, it's 6th.
Okay. Yep.
But heighten to 7th, you can travel to 1,000 miles. So.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm
yeah.
just gonna bother Gazard for it.
All right, so okay, that's cool. So yeah, if you guys ever go to Katapesh, you guys are probably gonna be playing your, messing with your old characters too.
Nice.
I'm gonna make you guys roleplay with yourselves. You go to a bar. What's the name of the bar? There, Kai. What do you say to these adventurers that walk in?
It's called the Spittoon, but I probably amassed a few bars by now. So you have to come up with a bunch of names.
Yeah.
Are you fucking you have a chain bar?
Sure.
Bar chain?
Crime boss of Katapesh, whatever I want.
There you go. Fair enough.
But those slave owners better not come in, or else they just mysteriously don't wake up, right?
Yeah, oops.
Well, if nobody has anything else, we'll call it there, and we'll start fighting demons next week. I think instead of leading a single one, I'll send a couple after you.
Sweet.
And
Sounds like a plan.
DJ's now a melee class, so I can fight him without him getting all whiny about stuff hitting him.
Beautiful.
We'll see.
When do you get your pet? Did you get it at level 1 or no?
Yeah, level 1.
And what's your pet?
Wolf.
A wolf. I'm gonna put it on my little thing I have for you.
Yep. His name's Fido.
Samanthos. So, pet.
Fido.
Yep. Fido's my wolf pet.
All right, there we go. We got Fido on there, your wolf pet. So I've got it on my sheet as well for all my notes. Nobody else has. Actually, as a wizard, are you getting a familiar or no?
No.
And as a sorcerer, are you getting a familiar?
Probably not.
Okay. Which do you know which thesis you're taking as a wizard?
I was planning on staff nexus.
Okay. And that lets you put extra spell slots in the staff, right?
Yeah, and I can like craft or I'd have to read the specifics, but essentially, yeah, I get more spells through my staff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I think you can put a couple extra slots in it or something. I'd have to see it again.
That'd be cool.
Okay. All right, so no familiars to worry about. It sounds like because clerics, I don't think naturally get familiars. Not that I can think of. Okay.
There was an option with the Strix, but I chose not to do it.
Really, the Strix can get a familiar? Like what kind of familiar?
They can have an owl, can't they?
Oh, is it an owl? Okay.
I think so.
But you didn't choose that one anyway, so it's
No.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
I wanted,
cool.
I wanted to fly, make my wings useful.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to follow that whole feat tree to get to full flight, which is cool.
You're a flightless bird.
Yeah, I didn't want to be flightless.
But the funny part is, I built the leader of the Warriors of Light probably 4 months ago. I had to pull up my notes on him. Hold on. There he is. Barsarius leads a group that calls themselves the Warriors of Light. He is a male Strix Ranger.
Oh.
I built him like 4 months ago.
Cool.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows, except Taylor because he's not here, the actual group calling the Warriors themselves the Warriors of Light is Basarius is a male Strix Rangers, Varaxis is a female Elven Witch, Pilton is a human male Swashbuckler, and Sumek is a female Dwarven Cleric. That is the party, the Warriors of Light.
Already
got my love interest.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the founding group of the Warriors of Light that is now increasing and hiring people. So that's why I thought it was funny when a female Strix was then made. I said nothing about it when she was making it. So she just found out right now.
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay. Well,
all right, guys.
See ya Wednesday, some of you, and next week for the others.
Yep.
Take it easy.
All right, talk to you later.
All right. All right, internet.